This is the old 77 podcast.
Thank you for listening to the old 77 podcast.
Hey, what's up?
Hey. So, man, we're going to be in a movie coming up.
Yeah.
A movie.
Our good friends over at Worthy Pictures.
As ourselves.
Yep.
And the old 77. Worthy production. Scott, give me some
soul graffiti.
Here we go.
Are you ready?
Here's some voice work for
All right.
the soul graffiti.
Here we go.
Worthy Pictures presents a Jet Ainsworth joint. Mid-Missouri is in the house with the soul graffiti.
Yeah.
Who are you? Turn it up, let it blast.
Hey, bitches. This is old 77 podcast.
It's a safe place.
In an unsafe world.
Impressive.
Warning. Foul language may occur due to the subject matter.
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
Join our Patreon Clubhouse today. Clubhouse members get early access to episodes and exclusive after-hours content at patreon.com/theold77podcast.
Yeah, boy.
Thanks for listening.
You're crazy. I like you.
From the old 77 studios, this is the old 77.
It's a safe place.
In an unsafe world.
World.
Remix.
Thank you.
Remix.
Thank you.
In the studio tonight, our good friend, Mr. Jet Ainsworth.
What's up, brother?
Welcome
What
back
is
to the
up?
show.
What's
man.
up, man?
What number show is this?
This
94?
is 94.
94?
Episode 94 of the old 77.
The reason why I bring it up is because that intro, even though it changes,
Yes.
I've heard that intro because I've edited this movie.
Yeah.
I've been in this footage. I've heard your intro probably 700 times.
I bet you have.
Good.
Yeah.
You can probably recite it for us.
It felt so good and surreal
so
just a
it's-
moment ago. I
it's
was like
actually-
mouthing along to things.
It's different, but it's familiar,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's very
There's
familiar.
always like a common thread.
There is. There's
nostalgia-
always there's concrete stuff in
The
there.
nostalgia is heavy in that bitch.
But the
I love
for
it.
sure.
The music is definitely different, and the clips are usually different as well.
Yeah.
I'm a long-time listener, first-time caller.
Oh, dude. Well, we're
Hi,
glad
Jack.
you made it in the studio.
Thanks for joining us tonight. Oh my
Right,
God.
right.
Yeah.
So what's new in your world, brother?
Made a movie.
Anything? You been busy?
Made a movie, man.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah.
I heard.
We're in it, by the way.
So,
Did
Jeff,
you know
before-
that?
Oh, I did know
Before
that,
we
yeah.
get anywhere with this, where did this idea? Where was this idea formed from? Then, like, did you just like one day you were sitting on the couch and you're just like, you know what? A radio station, saving a radio station, and having all these radio people involved.
Right.
What was the thinking behind the madness?
Honestly, man, you guys love what you do, right?
Absolutely,
yeah,
man.
for
So I'm sure that not every minute of every day, but a lot of the minutes out of every day, you're thinking about things you're going to talk about. You're thinking about microphones. You're thinking about equipment. You're just thinking about the craft constantly, right?
How can I make it better? How can
Exactly.
I improve?
Right. So when the soul graffiti idea came about, it's just literally one of maybe 100 ideas that I had in my phone. And I'm just scrolling through my phone, like, what am I going to do? Oh, that idea that I had 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Hate it now.
Yeah. Sure,
You're
yeah.
gone.
Right,
You know?
right.
So
And
you were
then-
like always brainstorming.
I
Dude,
remember
yeah.
you talking about this idea.
Right.
I remember what it was before this.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's 3 ideas.
Yeah.
On my notepad, it was do a radio station movie. One was cool album title, The Soul Graffiti. And then I had Ghostbusters. And it was just because I wanted to rewatch Ghostbusters. And those 3 ideas, when I combined them, ended up becoming a radio movie called The Soul Graffiti with this 1984 GB vibe to it.
It is a great
Nice.
name for a movie or an album.
Yeah.
It really
right?
is, and it has that nostalgic kind of filmmaking to it.
I
You
love.
know, it
I've
has
seen the
that
I've seen the
old
trailer several
school looking-
times.
Yeah.
I love those ending shots you had out at Binder with the bench.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The,
It reminds me of
lighting
like
was just perfect
yeah,
in those shots.
It reminds me of
Absolutely.
Say Anything with John Cusack.
the look,
Yes.
yeah, the
Have you
look.
ever seen that? You
Oh,
know
of
that. You
course,
know
man.
that movie.
I can see
In
that
Your
retro
Eyes, Peter
vibe,
Gabriel,
yeah.
And he's like
man.
standing outside the bedroom with a giant like boombox.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that
The
one,
pen,
unfortunately.
man. The
Yeah,
pen.
the
man,
pen.
That is one of
In
the.
your eyes, Light the heat.
Your eyes.
I am complete.
Your eyes.
Peter Gabriel.
Yeah.
I thought that was Scott Stapp for a minute.
No, he didn't write a song like that about his family and then immediately leave them. No, it's good. It's
When
good.
I sing a song, it always winds up being like late 90s, like fucking.
It's very
rock and shit
specific.
like that.
That's your wheelhouse, bro.
I'm always
Oh,
sounding
yeah,
like
you're
Eddie
stuck
Vedder
there.
at the end of my song.
Yeah, there's a little bit of Eddie Vedder in there. For sure.
Hey, STP, man.
You really don't even need words, man.
Remember the knock was. You remember Stone Temple Pilots? Like the big
yeah.
knock.
Oh, yeah,
The big
dude.
knock on Scott Weiland, like right off the bat, their first album core was, they just sound like Pearl Jam.
Yeah.
Man, no.
But
I
they
don't-
grew,
I don't
they
get
grew
that.
into
Oh,
they
yeah,
grew
yeah.
into it.
Yeah.
But that first album, man, I mean,
The first album was definitely the
STP.
most rock album of the
First album was fire.
It was
man.
fire.
I think it might be my favorite
It was-
side one, track one
Right.
Dead
of
and Bloated.
any album ever.
Right? Dead
Yeah,
and Bloated.
Dead and Bloated.
I'm smelling like
Oh
a
my
rose
God.
that somebody gave me.
That whole album had stank on it.
Fuck
man.
yeah, dude.
That was so stanky. That whole fucking album.
Oh,
But
yeah.
then you go to like,
Amazing.
You could just hear Scott Weiland needed a bath.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
like,
for
God
sure.
damn, that dude's
But he
icky.
was
Ugh.
bathing in pussy. So.
yes, he was.
Not back then he wasn't. He was sleeping with two brothers in a van.
Yeah,
Oh.
living the
Right.
true rock star
Dude, I
life.
remember being at a high school dance, and that album dropped, and they played one of those songs from
Plush.
was Plush,
Creep.
maybe? And
Creep was a
like,
good
the entire
one. Wicked
auditorium
Garden.
lost their ass, dude.
Dude, you know, for
Wicked
all the
Garden was the one for us. Yeah.
for all the
good
great
shit.
things that happened in the 90s, all the great music, all the
Yeah.
movies, all that stuff.
Right.
Like, we got to admit, our high school dances were probably the worst because
Oh,
we
they
had
were
the
fucking
worst.
terrible.
Hey,
we had
dude.
the worst music.
Yeah,
they
weren't
were.
to dance. Just have a dance too. You know, like,
Okay, so back in the day, Mary Moo was a big song, right?
Mary
But then when the
Moo.
school figured out what it was, like midway through,
Yeah.
it was like, Mary
can't use it.
Moo.
Right.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
and off it goes.
Yeah.
Oh, we were still dancing to 80s
Yes.
dance songs at our dances.
Yeah.
Because Nirvana wasn't
Oh, no.
Didn't
wasn't
work.
drop. Yeah,
You-
exactly.
You can't
Right.
play Rape Me. Okay,
Right.
all dance, Rape
Right.
Me from Nirvana, everyone.
And Smells Like Teen Spirit.
or the Friday soundtrack. Like the
Right.
Friday soundtrack, we would just have that running in the Monte Carlo.
I remember,
for
like,
an entire summer.
dancing to
That was my weed dealer.
Paperboy.
He had a fucking SS, and he would roll around like, you don't even have a job. How are you affording that?
You know what? Now I didn't recognize you with the beard.
Right.
What's going on, dude? Good to see you again.
Yo, there's two songs. There's two songs that played at every school dance growing up and every wedding.
Tesla?
It was Vanilla Ice, Ice Ice Baby.
Yeah. Of
course.
And it was fucking like MC Hammer, Don't Hurt the Hammer.
Too
Yeah,
legit.
man,
Too legit was it.
Please don't hurt him, Hammer.
Oh, yeah.
Please,
And
Hammer, don't hurt
seriously,
him.
leave
You always-
Hammer alone,
you
man. 'cause
always had-
Hammer's legitimate. If you guys don't know,
No, leave him
If
alone.
you guys don't know, just Google Hammer and get some testimonials from other people in the game. They'll
Hey,
tell you. They're just like,
tell
oh
me,
no,
man.
he
Yeah.
will mesh. He's had bodyguards.
No,
back in the
Hammer,
day.
don't hurt him.
He had a
bo-
gold-
he would
yeah,
have
yeah.
bodyguards, like at large parties. A bodyguard would
Oh,
walk
yeah.
across a room to someone that was looking at him and just say, "Hammer, don't like the way you're looking at him." Or he would go like across, or like or like walk up to just a person and just be like, "You're making Hammer nervous," and they would just stop whatever it was they were doing because Hammer was dangerous.
I mean, you
man.
look over at him.
It was no, seriously.
You look over at him.
He'd
and he's
stop
wearing
paying
his,
your
he's wearing
bills
those,
if you did that shit.
he's wearing those like fucking clown pants and shit.
Yeah,
Right?
the bag pants.
Don't call him clown
Don't
pads
call-
to his face,
No, sir. No, sir.
because you're making Hammer nervous.
Whoa, dude. Hey, whoa. You're making Hammer nervous.
He looks
over
like
there.
a fucking genie with those on.
But yet he was like super Christian too.
Didn't he hang
He
around
was.
Sinbad?
He was a reverend after all that.
Probably.
dude.
Yeah, right. That's right. I remember that.
Dude, so was Della Reese, but she was also
That's
in
true.
Harlem Nights.
Right.
Yeah.
I
You know?
love Harlem Nights.
Oh my
man.
God, Harlem Nights is fantastic.
Yeah,
I wish a motherfucker would.
Never seen it.
She come right. Oh, you've never seen it?
Harlem Nights is.
There's
it's-
this whole
yeah.
scene where Della Reese and Eddie Murphy's character are like fighting in the back alley, and she's like punching the shit out of him, and so he gets pissed and he pulls a gun out. She's, oh, you gonna pull a gun out on me? And he's like,
oh, that's great.
oh, you better not be doing that. So she rips out a straight razor. Now I got to cut
Oh,
shit.
shit.
Oh shit.
You know, so they're like, oh, and there's like two black dudes sitting off to the side too, like,
Yeah.
you just watch it.
I think Harlem Nights
Great movie.
is only, I think it would be number one, but it's tied with The Big Lebowski for most famous pinky toes.
Right.
'Cause
The green pinky toe nail polish.
I mean, dude, you had
I remember the
Richard,
pinky
you had
toes from
Richard
Big Lebowski.
Pryor in that movie.
you
dude.
shot off my pinky toe. Dude, Arsenio's
You're gonna be the
in it, man.
non-toad
Everybody-
having his bitch in Harlem.
Everybody is in that movie.
I love that movie.
Red Fox is in that movie.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Red fucking Fox with those glasses.
So
That dude didn't give
Dude,
a fuck.
that's a great
right?
scene too, because he's got a bird in that, right? And she's in the kitchen doing something, and he's like, "Hey Beulah, like, would you do this for me?" And the bird's like, "Rock, fat bitch." And she'd be like, "Oh Benny, would you got rock, fat bitch?"
But like, you know, Red Fox was a trailblazer, man.
Right?
Like,
Oh, yeah.
he set the stage for all those
Well,
all those black comedians after all.
His whole
Absolutely, he was ahead of his
catchphrase, though,
time.
like,
And
didn't
thank
even
God,
know at the
because
same time.
I mean, thank God he was there.
I
set the
think,
stage for guys like Richard Pryor, for
Right.
sure.
Pryor,
Eddie, of
yeah.
course.
Richard Pryor helped write that
Paul
movie,
Mooney.
so yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think Eddie Murphy. I think Eddie Murphy might be the most impactful black comic, maybe of all time.
Maybe.
Just because of the superstardom.
Yeah, and all the
Because-
movies that he did.
Yeah, I mean, number one, there weren't many black leads
Yeah.
in any movies,
Right.
much less a comedian playing a lead in
Right.
a movie. And he was
Right.
a black comedian lead that had Beverly Hills Cop,
Yeah.
Beverly Hills Cop 2. I mean, the dude was like from, what, 1984, 85, all the way to probably today? Like,
Yeah, there was a
it's-
period there for a while where he didn't do much.
He's talking
No, but
about
he's
making
always-
another Beverly Hills Cop.
Is
Wow, and see,
Yeah.
and I go see it in a
Fuck
second.
yeah,
I mean, he
I
just
would.
did a Coming to America sequel.
That was
that's
actually
right.
pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
That one
I
never
mean,
made
it wasn't.
to the
It wasn't
theaters,
the
did it?
worst. You know, I wasn't expecting much. Matt gave us that. I don't
Sure.
know about all that.
That came
You
out
know,
during
right.
COVID,
I mean,
right?
I knew.
Was that a COVID movie?
I
Yeah.
knew going into that this isn't going to be great.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, there
But
were
the nostalgia was so high. I got to see all my
Yeah.
faves.
Right.
Right.
You know.
But even for a one-off project, Eddie Murphy's been so Eddie Murphy for so long.
And
there
he's a
would-
good-looking guy.
there
But ain't
definitely
the
be
most
no Dave
masculine fellow in
Chappelle.
the world.
No, sir.
Raw.
Fuck yeah.
I have a leather outfit just like that, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's Michael's hook.
Is that the one when you're not here? You're bleaching your asshole. You're wearing that.
absolutely. That leather provides great protection.
They eat that shit up. Mike, no, too. He be using women. In concerts, I see Mike walk up to girls and they stay being
You got to be bold to wear
You do, man.
an outfit
you
like
do.
that.
Man,
But it's
I,
so
I- I
iconic,
got
though.
the audio over
Okay.
here. I'm pulling it down on purpose.
It's so iconic.
I think he's 19 years old right now, right here.
Is that 19?
I think he's 19, maybe 20.
Fuck.
Wait,
He
but
was-
he had already been on, like on SNL by then, right?
He was 18 years old when he was on SNL.
Well, he was really young when he started SNL.
And it happened
yeah.
fast.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I meant by superstardom. Like, I don't know if any black comedians or black actors before him really had the superstardom. Like, there have been plenty to have won awards.
Yeah.
Right.
But Eddie Murphy was maybe the most famous comic in the world.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of.
Oh,
He was
there was
more
a-
famous than Robin Williams.
Yeah, there was a time
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything he touched was gold. But
Right.
anyway, yeah, there'd be no Kevin
And then there
Hart.
was Pluto
No.
Nash.
Right. Right.
You
I
know,
loved fucking Pluto Nash too, by
yeah.
the way, man.
That's
It was a
good.
good movie. I
Yeah.
enjoyed it. Again, I knew going in, it's not winning Oscars.
Right.
Yeah. Same reason why you watch like the Ghostbusters.
Same.
reboot.
Well, no, that actually the new one, Afterlife. That's fucking solid, dude. That's a
Yeah.
good flick.
Mm-hmm.
A good.
I still
flick.
haven't watched that. I need to
That's
watch
a
that.
good one.
Because I love
The one
OG
with all the chicks. It's
Ghostbusters.
meh.
Yeah.
They did really well with
The nostalgia.
well, it was Ivan
in it.
Reitman. Well, rest in peace, Ivan Reitman.
Right. It was his son.
Yeah, Ivan and Jason both worked on it.
Yeah.
So, like, you could see that neither one of them wanted to drop the ball.
Right.
Jason didn't want to drop it because it's his dad's
Yeah.
great. I wouldn't say greatest, but probably in some circles,
Sure.
his greatest film ever.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
for
might have been.
Ivan, he already did Ghostbusters 2, and he was probably like, I
can't screw this up.
I can't. Right.
And everyone was coming back too.
yeah.
They
And
got Bill Murray to do it.
They
so,
nailed
yeah.
it, man.
Dude, Bill Murray was totally Bill Murray.
Oh, the
like, they
cutscene.
just showed up.
Did you see
He's a
that
jet.
the mid-credits scene? Bill Murray, Sigourney
Yeah,
Weaver.
where they're doing the cards.
Sigourney Weaver's not in the new Ghostbusters at all until the mid-credits scene. She shows up as Dana Barrett and Peter Venkman.
So do you guys remember in the first Ghostbusters, Peter Venkman had the guy and the girl, and the guy was nailing every card.
Yeah,
and he was
calling
still
the
getting
cards,
zapped.
and then he would get zapped. Yeah,
they're doing that, and Pete's nailing every one, but she's still frying him.
This is great comedy,
Nice.
man. Great physical comedy, and it's psycho comedy. Like I love Bill Murray's really good at psycho comedy, where you know.
You got something over there, Maddie?
Just a weirdo.
No, I do not. But I was just going to
No, I do not.
What I was just going to tell Jed is,
He was giving me that look.
So the movie, your movie, The Soul Graffiti, is also, it's a comedy but a drama as well, right?
got nominated as both.
There's a lot of human element to this movie.
Yeah, man.
Let's talk about it.
It's a real life. Basically, the movie is a real life.
Right.
And if you've ever worked, this is specific to a radio station, but if you've ever worked in any kind of small environment where you're not getting paid very much, and you're doing it really because you just love it, whatever.
You're going broke for the privilege of doing it.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Whenever you're in that place, you have to laugh together, right? Like you find your best friends and you laugh and your humor gets sick and
you go crazy
what have
if you don't.
Yeah.
But you also have those real problems, like not having money.
Yeah.
That's a real problem, you know, or not having control over whether you're going to have a job.
Right.
You know, you're not in control of your destiny. You work for somebody.
And as a former radio person, I experienced all three of those.
It's real.
I was going to say 3 out of the 4 people here
right,
are
and not
former
just
radio.
that, but like the politics of the radio office. Like sales versus programming.
100%.
Right. Sales guys
fucking
always
hated
fighting
that,
with the programming people.
It was always us versus them.
It's never ending because, you know, sales never had respect or really a worth.
He's still fighting the fight.
I know.
He's still fighting the programming DJ fight.
I am not giving up. I will fight for everyone.
Hold the line.
Hold me now.
He will never lay down his arms.
I am here to stay forever. Radio program, freedom forever.
Well, I'm glad you bring that up because, there's plenty of programming versus sales in this movie, man.
Oh, my
sure.
God, dude, yes.
No, it's and I guess what I was getting to is it's all real stuff.
Yes.
So you can call it a comedy, you can call it a
That's what I'm talking
drama,
about.
but life is a comedy
both.
and life is a drama.
Unfortunately. And some of the best stuff you can't write.
Yeah,
100%.
You know?
So give our listeners just give them the basic premise of the film.
Sure. It's based in a fictional small town in Missouri. It's right next to a river, and they're having some issues keeping local businesses open.
Which is happening.
Yeah, population is shrinking. All the good-paying jobs are in Columbia, Jeff City. So they're kind of not putting money back into their own community anymore, and some corporate places have jumped in. Like now there's McTacos, and so a couple restaurants close.
Yeah.
But
McTacos.
But
I love
also
it.
in this town there's a radio station, and the radio station's been there 40 years. It was the #1 radio station in St. Anthony, Missouri.
St. Tony.
St. Tony. And they've fallen on hard times just like everyone else. So the original owner of the station dies, and his son takes over. His son doesn't really particularly like radio specifically. He just likes to make some money.
Right. Like they do.
The higher ups.
Yep.
And
like
so
they do.
he made some decisions, some programming decisions, like changing it from a country station, like it's been for 40 years, news station. He turned it into a pop station, and the news guy's on in the morning, and then he's out.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Because that's so right on.
Sounds familiar.
Yep, super believable.
Yeah.
Right.
And because it's happened, probably. I'm sure we've all experienced it in some way, whether it's a station we were on or a station we listened to.
Yep.
Where we're like, why are they
Wait a
playing
minute.
Celine Dion?
That's
like,
definitely
They were
happened to me.
literally just yesterday
Yeah.
playing Bush Glycerine.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what's
weird.
going on.
It's weird
What
when
is
that
up?
happens. Yeah.
Right. And so, that's what 101 The Boot became, is 101 The Jam.
The jam.
Pop station. Well, that doesn't help matters, and they're losing more money. Advertisers are pulling. Listeners stop listening. And we pick up in the Soul Graffiti with Ray Dinkins Jr., the son, firing people left and right.
Right.
And the station has fallen on hard times. And what ends up happening is not only the poor DJs that all have their own personal issues going on, but everyone in the community kind of rallies together to try to raise some money to buy the radio station from the owner.
Save the jam.
Save the jam.
So, Jed, I have a clip pulled up of the movie.
I've got it right here. I was going to say, if you want, I've got it.
You already have it up there?
I do. I've got it right here.
Why don't we go from there?
And so here we go.
Let's check it out.
I guess there are some gentlemen left in this world, of course. You know, he probably has to see his parole officer, and, you know, he smells like rough bottom, but, you know, no one's perfect.
Hey, to be clear, I was drunk yesterday.
101 The Jam.
101 The Jam.
This is Nikki Bliss.
Randy and Andy.
Andy and Randy.
It's your man J-Dub holding it down until midnight.
Okay, what do you want, 1,000 apologies?
Maybe I do.
Well, this is embarrassing.
I've known you for 2 weeks, and this isn't even in the top 10 most embarrassing things I've seen you do.
It's just a little too expensive for an antique store and cat daycare.
I love those two.
This is a cat daycare, too?
No.
I don't like this new format. I just don't get this stuff.
I know you don't like it. You wish it was 101 The Boot, don't you?
Oh yeah, I miss the boot.
I know. I can tell you wear a cowboy hat to freaking work every day.
Well, what can I say? That was my deal. I'm Randy the Cowboy.
No one called you Randy the Cowboy.
In the nicest way possible, you've got to stop calling me 15 times a day.
I love this.
Don't call me. I love you. Yes. Stop it. I love you too. Bye.
Did you sell the station?
Close the door.
Were you going to tell anybody about this?
And this is all your fault. This is all because of you.
Due to budget cuts, we've decided to cancel the 40th anniversary party.
What are you up to? What are you doing?
I don't know. I don't know, okay? I don't know what I'm doing.
This reminds you of me.
Well, it reminds me of me, too.
Decide, commit, succeed. You know what, Ben? All you need is a little soul graffiti.
So what?
What are you thinking? We are doing that party with or without your permission.
Yeah, well, we need money to save the radio station. You want to give us something?
Okay, if this folds, we all
You wanna give us some?
So we might as well try.
I have 229,000 followers.
Hashtag save the jam, y'all.
There we go.
Spend more than that at the fair. I mean, you could do more than $10. Yeah, okay. Well, thanks for nothing.
I love the music.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's good.
I know. I'm a genius.
Keep your roots, but change your leaves.
Hey,
Dude, I've been to that party.
Oh, yeah, me too.
We've all been to that party. We've all been to that
Listen,
party.
Jed, I gotta say, man,
man.
I'm super proud of everyone who was involved.
Absolutely.
I'm really super proud of you for just really leading the way on this and
Right.
really representing mid-Missouri. You know, like being from Philadelphia, being here for now almost 12 years. You know, I'm more of a native now than I am anything.
Mm-hmm.
And to have something come out of this area and personally know you
Yeah.
is really fucking cool, man.
Absolutely.
Dude, I'm so excited
There we
because
go.
I think there's so many. Number one, I don't know if you noticed how many characters were in that trailer.
Oh, I know a lot of people from that.
There was
Yeah.
probably I didn't
Right.
I have never counted, but I'm sure there's
Personalities, yeah.
20. There's got to be 20 different people in
Yeah.
that trailer alone.
Right.
Absolutely.
And so that's 20 different people that have kids,
Absolutely.
that have a job, that have all these things that all
man.
gave, a day, 3 days.
Yeah.
In some cases for Danielle Brower
Yeah.
and Kyle
Kyle,
Lathan.
yeah.
Oh, they did the whole thing,
They
right?
they were there almost every single day that we had a camera on, and
Right.
everyone that put in energy. You guys were doing a show, and you allowed me to come in and be very intrusive.
Oh, dude, it was a
and,
blast.
and be like,
We
okay,
loved it.
and be
Trust me, we did very minimal. I feel like
Yeah.
in comparison.
No,
you know?
I did very little I was just like, okay, here's the story. Can you guys
Yeah.
do
But that's
something?
what I love about working with you, dude, is
is
the creative freedom. Because this is what, the fourth
was-
or fifth movie that I've...
Yeah,
This
yeah,
isn't
you've been
the,
a part of.
Yeah,
a
this
lot
isn't
of
the
them.
first thing I've done with you either.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
But no, man, anybody can have a great idea for a movie, but it takes a special person to actually do the work, and it's a lot of fucking work. I know.
It is.
I see the emails that you send out. I see the messages that you put up in the
gotta
Facebook
hustle,
groups.
man.
Yeah, the organization, man.
You know, you got to figure out people's schedules. You know, you got to deal with unforeseen circumstances. Dude, it's a hell of an undertaking, and it's like we were talking about earlier, man. It just comes down to love. It's something that you love to do.
And so I'm looking for producers and to come in and do all of that stuff that you were just talking about. I was getting stressed out, like you're like, oh yeah.
I'm sorry to remind you about all of that. Yeah.
No, but you're right. Like there is a lot to do when it comes to making a movie, but I can't stress enough. Like how many people are involved in this thing? There were 50 people that provided, whether it was acting or camera work, like Brad Crumb, Johnny Eaker. They were there. They were shooting. Some of the most beautiful shots in the film were because of work that they did.
Right,
and we had so many,
and you never see them.
No.
Right.
And we had veteran actors, but we also had people that had never been on camera before. You know, and I mean, in this sense, like this was kind of your first thing.
Yeah.
Hannah Hart, like
except for the porn I was in, but you know.
Well, yeah.
Well, I mean,
different side of the industry.
Yeah, and that's a different kind of acting. I think.
I'm just used to,
like it's not acting.
It was strange.
You were Johnny White.
It was really strange because
unacting.
It was really strange because my shirt wasn't off.
Yeah, I know.
And
right?
my dick wasn't out. So.
Well, I mean, mine was, but it was so awkward.
I think it's making more sense why I didn't do well.
If you don't know what I'm talking
missing
about,
the basic elements.
Right. If you don't know, if you don't know what I'm talking about, check out mybigcheesesteak.com.
Oh,
That's
Jesus,
right, baby.
no.
Hold on, I'm gonna get the old iPad out.
No, don't do that.
Yeah, no.
Actually,
you're gonna get me on some list.
A list that you've already been on 72 times since 2012.
Let me tell you, there has been more than one occasion where I have regretted pulling up a URL at this table.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
It's like Jay and Silent Bob looking over their shoulder for the cops. You know, like you guys are fine. Like it would have, if anything would have happened by now.
Well,
going back to the movie though, man, what's really cool is Dave. You did the score, didn't you?
Yeah, Dave Jordan, right here.
Yeah,
Old 77's very own Dave Jordan.
Dave Jordan
has. I'm not gonna speak for you and say that you've never done a film score because you've scored, but this was
scored.
This was
we know, Dave. We know. Look at that hair. I mean, come on.
Right?
But this was an undertaking. This was a feature film, and there were a lot of emotions, and I'm sure you remember a lot of the long emails that we had with each other in the conversations,
trying to get things right.
Yeah, just like, okay, now this character is this type of person. This character is this type of person. They're gonna have these three emotions primarily,
and that's my job is to convey emotion through music.
So, Jet, tell us about the Sunnyside Film Festival down in Oklahoma.
Oh my gosh!
Also, it was also released in a little theater in Burbank, California.
Yeah, Burbank, California.
That would be the Awesome Film Festival, correct?
That's right,
and it was like right by like the Megadon fucking like studios, like MGM. And those guys.
It's Warner Brothers, Universal's there. Nickelodeon Studios is there, Dave.
Love and get gagged.
Get slimed, baby.
I love me some slime time.
Me too.
Paramount is there, but yeah, that was huge to be in the city, man. It's making it happen.
That's awesome.
And
hopefully, a few of those folks from those companies
poke their head in to see
the
little indie film festival.
You know, I was talking to Danielle today, and I was like, you know what's like just fucking wacky to think about that. Her and you and Goody and Maurice and all these other people who are part of this movie, including us, our podcast.
Yeah,
it was all like
it's not like you're paying.
It was
everyone.
released in Los Angeles, California,
but it's right there,
and people actually saw it and reviewed it.
Mm-hmm. They reviewed it. They gave
which is cool as fuck, dude.
They gave it best comedy feature film.
Ooh,
yeah, man. Yeah,
because this movie is it's 2 hours, right?
It's a 2-hour movie, man. That's about 30 minutes longer than most comedies.
Yeah. It's by far the longest one you've done,
right? And it's about half as long as a Zack Snyder Justice League movie.
Yeah,
and an hour shorter.
So it'll feel
you're right on time.
We win there.
Yeah,
like
you're right on time.
Yeah, if you're the type that got tired in the third hour of Justice League, ours will hit just right.
This is your movie.
You're weak, by the way.
You guys didn't have the $84 million budget.
That's a good point.
Not
quite.
No, it was like $84.
Maybe next time.
It was like, who wants coffee? Okay, well, there's 3 of us. We got 3 straws.
So we're all gonna have to pony up here, right?
Right.
Y'all mind if I pay y'all in pennies?
Yeah,
But think about that. Think about that.
It was definitely bargain basement, man.
What's really cool, like you guys are nominated 11 times.
Right.
I love that.
The movie is nominated 11 times. All different
We are
categories.
nominated.
Was a best actor, best supporting actor,
Yeah.
best female actress,
It's amazing.
best picture, best drama, best comedy. What else was there?
Yeah, it was best feature film, which is best picture. It's the it's the big one.
Yeah.
It's the one where comedies, dramas,
Yeah.
every film is competing for that. So we're in that one, which is a major category, and we're super happy about that. Best feature male actor, Kyle Lathan, he's a nominee. Best lead actress, Danielle Brower.
Hey,
We know her.
I know.
I know that person.
Yeah,
Good job, Danielle.
And she's finally getting a true opportunity to
Absolutely.
show some range.
Absolutely,
Like
yeah.
she's
She's talented, very
tremendous.
talented.
She's tremendous in this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you should check the
And
effects.
you may or
To
may
be
not.
nominated,
You may or may
absolutely.
not cry.
Right.
Hannah Hart.
Yeah.
She's never been on screen before,
Yeah.
and I'm telling you,
She killed it.
there's so much charisma there that
Let me ask you:
I wish I would have written more for the
Is
character.
this Hannah Hart right here?
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah. She's tremendous in the
She's
film.
the second one right here. The
First
brunette.
try.
Yep.
She has been nominated for Best Supporting Actress. I haven't seen the other films with the other nominees, but I can't imagine any actress in that category being as funny, being as charming, and then also being as bring you as much grief as her character eventually brings you.
Yeah.
Just tremendous range for a first timer. Dub IZ, Maurice Jones.
Mo.
He gets his first acting nomination. Actually, you guys should congratulate yourselves because the film was also nominated for Best Cast Ensemble.
All right.
Meaning everyone that was in this movie was so good. Like
Thank God I showered that day.
like they all like they're all bangers, no skips.
Yeah.
And
that's
you guys,
awesome,
hopefully on March 20th when we go down there,
Yes.
and they have their award ceremony. Hopefully, Best Cast Ensemble is something that we can bring home
That
because
would be awesome,
man.
then all
Heck
of you
yeah.
guys are
Did I-
award-winning
Heck yeah.
actors.
Did I
That would
see
be
that you guys
awesome.
are doing a Q&A as well?
Yeah. They're going to be asking us questions like, "Why did you do this?"
Right.
And are you going to stop after this one?
Interesting.
Nice.
Things of that.
Tell
things
folks
of that nature.
Tell folks about the premiere.
That's wild.
Right here, we got it up on the screen.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, there it is.
Capital City Cinema in Jefferson City will be having opening weekend, April 15th and 16th. You guys are going to be
Absolutely.
part of the 3 or 4 shows we're going to have that opening weekend. Then we'll be back the following weekend at Capital City Cinema, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's the 22nd, 23rd, 24th. And then, of course, we're going to have a digital release, and we're probably going to have a lot of parties in between there. So
Let's hope so.
yeah,
That sounds fun. Yeah.
I'm super excited.
And the Sunny Side Up Festival, that's
March 18th through 20th
Yeah.
in Miami, Oklahoma.
And you're going to head up there?
We're going to bring a whole crew down there. We have so many nominees.
Yeah.
That I think everyone's kind of excited. Like
That's
should be.
awesome right
for
there.
a lot of them, it's like, okay, a year ago I was not an actor.
Yeah.
And now I have
That's
to
cool as shit.
now I have to find a hotel because I might get handed a trophy.
It's crazy.
What do I wear?
Yeah.
Those kind of feelings.
Damn the problems,
What's cool about
right?
movies,
Right.
man, it's
The best
absolutely when you have to, like Danielle and I we were talking today, and she's like, well, you guys were in it too. And I'm like, well, we were being ourselves. We weren't acting. Like, you guys had to act.
That's
you
the
guys
best part,
devoted
though.
way more fucking time into this thing. I mean, this is your baby, and I know what it's like to create something and then see it float off and just be
yeah.
like, it's very emotional.
For sure. Well, there are two things at work with the tone of the film. One thing is that yes, there's acting. We have characters. They're costumed. They have personality traits. But what I think has made the Soul Graffiti so far, at least to critics, as something that they're enjoying, is because of the grounded realism that's being mixed in. So everything, you being yourselves, fits so seamlessly whenever we go to an actor acting that the whole film feels genuine and feels honest.
Absolutely.
And maybe in moments might feel like a documentary.
Yeah. That's the goal.
And that was the goal. And
that is cool, man.
And that's why, it's a best comedy, best drama, or whatever the nominations are. It's a life. I mean, that's how our days go.
Yeah. This area, I mean, I'm talking like mid-Missouri, not just Jeff City. This whole area should be proud of all these people. And when you watch this movie, you're going to recognize some of the bars, some of the restaurants, some of the parks, the outdoor stuff. You're going to know where the stuff is. It's really cool to see that in a movie. I know,
so many local businesses.
Right.
Yeah, man.
I recognize
so
a lot of local
absolutely.
stuff,
So you're like, when you watch the movie, you're like, oh, I was there. And it just adds so much more of an experience
I
to
know
the
that
movie.
corner.
Yeah.
I know that booth.
Right.
Or like the
I
scene
sat at that fucking booth.
That's my booth.
Yeah.
Right. It's
Well,
like
you guys went to the Mission, right? Yeah.
Yeah, we were at the Mission.
Yeah.
Jenny Babcock.
Love Jenny.
She. At times, I felt like she was the only one kind of keeping the music scene in Jefferson City.
I agree, dude.
Together.
That's always been my favorite place to play. In Jeff City.
And if you play an instrument, they have open mics out there.
Yeah, anybody can come out there.
Go to the Mission for sure.
Absolutely.
Jay Fenney's. They helped us with a couple pretty major scenes, and they have a beautiful interior.
Yes, they sure do.
They have a shuffleboard table, and we needed that specifically for the scene. And I was like, I haven't seen one of these in so long, and look at this. This is like the capital of...
It's perfect.
of shuffleboard tables.
They also have
perfect.
like 30 beers on tap.
Yeah.
Dude, you can't go wrong there.
Yeah, so Mitch was awesome. Derailed Coffee is a place in Boonville. Like, we shot in multiple towns. KWRT in Boonville is a real radio station, a real small radio station in a real small town.
Yep.
And then we also shot at KOPN in Columbia. That station's been around. They've
been around a long time.
Today is their 49th birthday. KOPN, they're a community radio station in Columbia, and if they're actually doing a drive. We shot a film about a radio station doing a drive.
Yeah, and
they're doing a drive right now.
I love it.
KOPN. Donate $49 for their 49th birthday.
Perfect.
Keep community radio
keep them
going
alive,
because the cities aren't going to fund this stuff very much.
By the way,
Sure
adding on to what Jeff just said, congratulations, the Zimmer Radio for the kids. The
telethon that they
telethon
raised.
It works,
for the
man.
kids.
That stuff still
Dude,
works.
they raised over $200,000, man.
$250,000.
That was crazy.
Every station that's owned by Zimmer, they were there in the same room.
Yeah.
And shout out to Ryan Merrill.
I was going to say.
He hooked it all up.
Dude.
My friend Ryan
dude.
Merrill put it
go.
together.
We got to get Ryan on the podcast sometime.
Yeah,
I
actually, I
would
was
love
just
that.
talking to Angie on Facebook,
Yep.
and they're both coming to the movie.
That's
awesome.
They're radio people.
Perfect.
Yeah, for
Old
sure.
school radio people.
I met Ryan doing an internship at KWOS.
Oh, KWAS. Nice, man.
Yeah.
Ryan's
Hey,
he's a brilliant guy.
He is.
Yeah,
Brilliant guy.
for sure.
Also, big shout out to our Patreon patrons, the Jeff City Paranormal Society,
Yep.
Yo.
Homie Biscuit Strength.
Homie
Yeah.
Biscuit Strength, and JT at the Paranormal Sun.
Check him out.
Let's take a break real quick, fellas.
Yeah, we'll be back,
Yeah.
y'all.
Right after this.
Did we
boy, Jet
wait,
Ainsworth.
are we on?
We are.
Yeah.
No.
See ya.
But we're about not to be.
Oh yeah.
Shutting it down.
The real shit's right here.
Closing time.
Dave.
I guess there are some gentlemen left in this world, of course. You know, he probably has to see his parole officer, and, you know, he smells like rock bottom, but, you know, no one's perfect.
Hey, to be clear, I was drunk yesterday.
101 The Jam.
101 The Jam.
101 The Jam.
This is Nikki Bliss.
Randy and Andy.
Andy and Randy.
It's your man J-Dub holding it down until midnight.
Okay, what do you want? 1,000 apologies?
Maybe I do.
Well, this is embarrassing.
I've known you for 2 weeks, and this isn't even in the top 10 most embarrassing things I've seen you do.
It's just a little too expensive for an antique store and cat daycare.
This is a cat daycare, too?
No.
I don't like this new format. I just don't get this stuff.
I know you don't like it. You wish it was 101 The Boot, don't you?
Oh yeah, I missed the boot.
I know. I can tell. You wear a cowboy hat to freaking work every day.
Well, what can I say? That was my deal. I'm Randy the Cowboy.
No one called you Randy the Cowboy.
In the nicest way possible, you've got to stop calling me 15 times a day. Don't call me. I love you. Yes. Stop it. I love you too. Bye.
Did you sell the station?
Close the door.
Were you gonna tell anybody about this?
And this is all your fault. This is all because of you.
Due to budget cuts, we've decided to cancel the 40th anniversary party.
What are you up to? What are you doing?
I don't know. I don't know, okay? I don't know what I'm doing.
This reminds you of me.
Well, it reminds me of me too.
Decide, commit, succeed. You know what, Ben? All you need is a little soul graffiti.
So what?
What are you thinking? We are doing that party with or without your permission.
Yeah, well, we need money to save the radio station. You want to give us some?
Okay, if this folds, we all fold, so we might as well try.
I have 229,000 followers.
Hashtag save the jam, y'all.
Spend more than that at the fair. I mean, you can do more than $10. Yeah, okay. Well, thanks for nothing.
I know. I'm a genius.
Hey, what's up?
Welcome back to the old 77.
It's a safe place.
In an unsafe world. We're having too much fun here tonight.
It's only the second segment.
I love it, right?
Episode 94.
Only in the second segment, by the way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everyone's like, God, this fucking show is too long.
This is a long one right here.
We've already had fun tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
It should be this time. You guys should have 120 minutes,
Hey,
man, and break it up with a clock. You know what I mean?
Let's be honest, man. If we're at 94 and you're still listening right now, you're a fan.
You're cool.
You are a fan.
You're a fan or you fell asleep.
Guess what? We're in control of this bitch. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Just play it all the way through if you don't mind.
Yeah, I mean, you could, and if you get bored with us, you can pause it and start again tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because we're on demand, y'all.
That's right, on everything. Anything and everything.
We're in your face, too.
That's right. Find us
That's
wherever
Spotify.
you get your podcast.
So Jet texted us earlier today. He's got this idea to talk about the best hangout movies of all time.
Yeah.
Best hangout movies
I
of
did
all
not see
time.
that text until late.
Well, I did make a list, but
I'll be right back. I gotta
Here's
get
the
my
thing.
phone.
Go get
man. I
it. Go get
forgot my phone.
Do your thing, bro.
I
Just don't stay on it. Just don't stay on that. Yeah, yeah. We had a conversation.
we had a whole
about that off the air.
conversation about that.
Yeah.
don't fall in, Jed.
Is it right there on top, brother man? There you go. Jet's got that cool new foldy phone.
I was one dude when I picked that phone up. I felt it. I was like, "What's going on?
Look at that.
Whoa, pimp! What is that? Is that
Look
like
at
a
that,
Galaxy
man.
or some
Ooh,
shit? What
that's
is
fucking
it?
awesome, dude.
Yeah, it's called a Samsung.
Here, turn around and show our camera right here. That.
Okay,
There you
it's
go.
called.
Oh,
It's
man,
called
look
this-
at this thing.
like a
Opens like a-
Samsung Galaxy.
Dope.
Turns into a tablet
And then
essentially.
it turns into a
That's
phone.
tight.
Yeah.
Damn.
Crazy.
That's nice.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
like it.
it has one of those like really long names that also has Roman numerals.
Yeah, it's
and
like-
numbers.
It's
It
like
sounds important.
Yeah, it sounds expensive. They just keep adding things to the title.
Yeah.
and I think for
Dude.
everything they add, it's another $15
Oh,
bucks.
yeah.
we bought
Oh,
my
yeah.
kids a new
Minimum.
Xbox.
Bare minimum.
The names on the Xboxes are so confusing because there's like the Xbox One, then there's the Xbox One X, then there's the Xbox Series X. That's like the newest one. But
And then
fuck,
the Series
took me,
X1.
I
took
can't
me
keep
20
up with
minutes
that,
to
man.
figure out which was which. Anywho,
It takes me 0 minutes because I'm a PlayStation guy.
Yeah, well, fair enough.
PlayStation 2.
You can't find PlayStations, but you can find Xboxes.
That's true.
So that's what we did.
I got a Switch. Yeah.
My mom was like, "Hey, buy the boys an Xbox." I was like, "Okay, cool." So
Go for it,
Okay,
Maddie.
So
yeah,
let's
Maddie.
bring it all back here, boys.
We're gonna get back to our list.
Top
Reel it
5
back.
hangout movies. Can I go first?
Go.
Yeah.
Okay,
Go
so
first.
I went over the limit because I have so many fucking awesome movies that could have made the top 5. So I had extended to a top 10. So I hope you guys don't mind.
Okay.
No, go for it, buddy.
Okay, so at number 10, I had Clerks.
Oh yeah, Kevin Smith, man, The Birth of Jay and Silent Bob.
Right, that's a great
Who
one.
have now gone on to do what, like 5 or 6 more movies just based on them.
Yeah, they just redid an older movie.
Yeah, when people love side characters,
But not
they
only
love them,
yeah.
and it only happens in a hangout movie, man.
But not only that, they were in black and white.
Right.
In the 90s.
Dude, it
Like
was-
early 90s.
So much balls.
Oh, right.
There was something to the early 90s and movies and music, like fucking Nirvana, Clerks, like
It was a great era.
grunge, wearing flannel, wearing jeans that are all ripped up and they were like way too baggy for you. That was the way we did
Yeah.
it back then.
It was a
man.
great era.
The Jean Co.
Yeah, the jean.
Wear
Yes.
the Jean Co jeans.
The Jabos.
The Jabos.
I think what happens...
Sweaters, like grungy looking
Oh my
sweaters were in.
I think what ends up happening when we have those moments in our society where, in culture, where a bunch of people out of nowhere just come and just make all this amazing stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I think what it ends up being is just the people at the top, the richest people, the most powerful people, finally realizing for maybe a 6-year stretch that, oh, the poor people have more to say than we do.
Yeah.
Apparently. And then they're
Yeah.
like, and then once they find it, then they're like, okay, let's copy that.
And now that's what it
and
is,
then it
man.
becomes a
Wait
system.
a minute. You mean you can make that so much cheaper than what we can do, and
Right.
it looks better? Oh,
Right.
You're gonna work for us.
What's cool-
That's like
yeah.
rap in a nutshell. That's how rap happens.
Now,
Yeah.
what's cool about your favorite movies, dude? Not only is it the movie, but it's like the memories and that era of your life that
Who
so
you
much has
were.
happened, man.
Who you
right.
were then.
I was just a kid when we were all kids when this
I think
came
I
out.
got actually a list now just from listening to you guys talk.
Good.
So,
So
yeah,
here's,
let's
I'm gonna go through them real quick. Number 9, Wedding Crashers.
Yeah.
Number
a good
8,
one.
Number 8, Animal House.
It's a good one.
Number 7, Empire Records.
Oh yeah.
They almost shot Animal House, by the way, at the University of Missouri.
I know that.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
They lost out.
Great story,
Another
Google it.
clutch moment by Mizzou.
I have a
Awesome.
teacher. I have
So clutch.
I have a teacher that was in Animal House. My Latin teacher was in that movie.
Clutch.
Also, here's a surprising one, and I don't know if you guys ever seen this. I feel like Jed has. Sideways with Paul Giamatti.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
Thomas
So good.
Hayden Church was in it too.
Not in my top 5, but man, I remember I saw it in the theater.
Yeah.
And it's not a theater movie, but
It's so cool.
it was the
man.
best. I
Wasn't
felt it was
Alan
the best 2
Rickman
hours.
in that as well?
No, he's not.
no,
Alan
not
Rickman,
Alan
no.
Rickman.
It's Thomas Holden Church. He's the guy from Wings. He was like the engineer of the planes.
Right, and it's really one of the few
I'm
things
thinking
that I
of
like
Bottle
Giamatti
Shock.
in. Like
Yeah.
Giamatti's good in some things, but he was great.
It's hilarious the predicament that
country.
they find themselves in. It's just him and his best friend on a fucking like bachelor like a bachelor bon voyage.
Yeah, for 2 hours.
And it was more
It's
about
awesome.
and his best man. He made it more about him than it was about Giamatti's character.
Right.
So here's number 5, Cheech and Chong's Up in Smoke.
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
Number 4, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Brad Pitt.
Yeah,
Leonardo
Yeah.
DiCaprio.
Okay,
I
a new one.
Newer
Kinda
one,
squeeze
yeah.
it in there.
I
All
love
right.
that movie. Number 3 was Dumb and Dumber.
Okay.
2, Old School, and number 1, drum roll, Dave.
Oh wait. Oh fuck. I gotta hit buttons. For
I know,
that.
man.
No,
Come
sorry.
on, bro. Come
Dazed
on, bro.
and Confused.
Yeah, Dave, confused.
I'm amazed you didn't
Hey,
say what
it's
I'm
David
on.
Letterman show.
That was a long ass drum roll, man.
Oh, it'll just keep going.
I was not gonna make
and
you-
going.
Really?
Yeah,
So
it'll
you have
go.
to start and
Wait.
stop.
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Okay, which one was number 1 for you,
Dazed and Confused for me.
bro?
There it is.
He goes,
Great minds. Great minds.
Could mean anything.
I love that movie.
It was the characters, the time.
It's not even.
for
It's
sure.
not even a movie that takes place in our era.
Right. It was
Yeah,
before
it's
we-
so.
It was before we were born, like right before we were born.
Yeah.
Like they
All
were
right, all
allowed
right,
to
all
beat
right.
underclassmen with like paddles.
Yeah,
Right.
man.
Oh,
How
yeah.
cool is that? Like you could catch one and smack his ass for 20 paddle swacks.
20 paddles.
Here, you little bitch.
Hey, little 20
Welcome
paddle
to
swag.
I got 20
Sorry,
paddles.
ma'am.
Like,
There were some ruffians
I got
about.
21 paddles.
Like today, you would fucking get charged with assault, man.
Yeah.
Yep, that's true.
Oh,
And
love that
touching
film.
boys.
Love that film.
And girls.
It's always
wait, what?
And girls.
He always goes 7 steps beyond.
I know. I love
Sorry,
it.
my bad.
We love it. We love
My
it.
MO.
I would tell you my list, but Scott's got my paper right
okay.
now.
God damn it,
Fair enough.
Scott.
Hold on, I'll rip it. Let me rip it,
Is
Scott.
All right, man, go ahead, man.
Are you correcting it for Scott?
No, I'm actually just writing mine down real quick. I didn't get a chance to show prep.
Scott is so OCD. He's like correcting Dave's list.
Yeah. Oh no,
That's
Dave,
good, but not great.
You can't have that. Number 4. Get the fuck out of here with the. That's number 5.
He even crosses
easily.
Dave's name out. Scott's list.
You never said the penultimate for me, dog.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man.
I love that word. It's a great
It's a
word.
great word. We love that word.
We haven't done trivia in a long time.
No,
No,
it's
we
been a
haven't.
while since we've done trivia. Yeah.
Maybe we could do some trivia for Jet in the cooldown. Maybe
I don't know.
We'll see.
I don't know.
give him-
Maybe we'll see.
We'll ask him his own.
See how we're
We'll ask him
going.
questions about his own movie.
Good idea.
No, let's not.
Good idea.
I really love
We're like,
talking about other
"Motherfucker,
people.
that's wrong."
I love talking about other people's movies. Let me tell you.
I've seen that shit 113 times.
You guys are in it. Okay, here's my list.
Dave Jordan's list.
Dave.
And I don't like. I've got Dave. I'll just start
Jordan.
with number 1. We already know that I picked Dazed and Confused number 1.
Okay.
These other ones
Sorry to hear that.
these other ones are not necessary. No, that means that we're both great. That's no, I'm glad.
But you have better hair than I do.
Oh well, you know, buddy.
So glorious.
Okay,
Jeez, guys.
So my next 4
You guys
are
want to fucking get it over with or what?
my next 4 are not in any particular order.
I love you more. No, your list is better.
No, man.
But I got to go Big Lebowski.
Your
Yeah.
hog's
Okay.
smaller. I'm sorry.
Fucking Airplane. I love Airplane.
Airplane's great.
yeah.
That's
That's a good one.
yeah.
man.
That's ooh.
And kind of in the same
I love it.
vein as Airplane, and I believe it was made by the same people, The Naked Gun. Naked
Of
Gun.
course, right?
Dude,
yeah,
I
you're
am a
Leslie
huge-
Nielsen all day, man.
Huge fan of Naked Gun.
So as you guys were talking, I had another one pop into my head,
Yeah.
and this one's like near the top of my list. I think this is like an underappreciated gem.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Fucking Sausage Party, bro.
I never saw
dude.
Sausage Party.
I had
Bro, that movie is so fucked up. I'm a douche,
So-
bro.
fuck. Scott,
So
give
what
us
is
a
that?
flame,
Is
man.
that isn't that like the beer fest?
It's like an
type of
it's
energy.
Like it's like an you know that it's animated, right? It's like
Yes.
it looks like a
Yeah.
Pixar film, except
That's right.
Except for like the food at the grocery store is like alive,
Right.
And
I'm a douche,
you know,
bro.
like there's a whole scene where the lady takes like the carrots home.
I'm a fucking
and
douche,
she's chopping up
bro.
the carrots, and the carrots are like,
yes.
"Fuck you!"
I know.
bitch,"
It
you
was
know?
fucked up, dude.
It was such a
was
great.
fucked
Wow,
dude,
that one is definitely wow.
You
yeah,
have to
that
watch
one
that
wasn't
movie.
even on the.
You know what I mean?
Okay, that's why I like these conversations.
yeah.
So,
I had
now
a-
I'm kind of compelled to
you
go
have
check
to
out
watch,
Sausage
You have
Party.
to watch
Yeah,
Sausage.
man.
See what
So-
Dave Jordan loves about it.
So
I have it on DVD.
Oh,
So I will let you
Oh,
borrow it.
okay.
Sarah bought it for me for Christmas one year. I don't even know why.
well, see,
It's
now
such a
you're
great
kind of
movie.
forcing it on me, and I'm getting uncomfortable.
So the great thing
I
about
accept
Sausage
it.
Party,
I'll go
will
seek it out on
watch
my
this
own. And they're like,
movie.
hey, I got the link in my phone.
So the great thing about
relax,
Sausage Party
guys.
is like there's all these overtones in Sausage Party. Like
No,
it,
man,
it,
you're
it mirrors
gonna
real
see
life. So like as an example, the sauerkraut in the movie.
This is gonna happen, man.
The sauerkraut in the movie wants to exterminate
Oh.
the juice. The juice and the sauerkraut do not get along.
I love how you just breeze past Days Confused, and now we're going on a tangent about Sausage
Oh,
Party.
dude, I love
yeah.
that movie.
Yeah.
I'll shut up about
Okay,
it.
Days
I love
Confused
it.
number
One more
one.
thing.
But Sausage Party,
You know
Yeah.
what? Fuck that. Sausage Party's my jam.
It probably.
I'm just saying.
It probably
fuck
is.
everything else. It's a cinematic masterpiece.
It is.
not as good as Sausage Party 2.
I feel like they jumped the shark on Sausage
Which
Party.
had Kevin Hart.
All I gotta say
Anna
is,
Kendrick.
all I gotta say is, when with Sausage Party, the ending is fucking crazy.
It's bananas.
Right.
It's wild as fuck.
That
dude.
shit
Yeah.
is banana.
No, seriously, the food have an orgy, dude. It's
Yeah.
like a sex orgy with like bagels and oranges and shit. It's-
See,
it's
this
a-
is like the
it's
number one
insane.
rule of
Yeah.
sales.
Most people can't handle that
This is
scene.
the number one rule of sales. When you get the yes, you gotta shut up. like you guys now are not now you're overselling.
Wait, so-
and now I'm just like, you know what? I don't want to see
No,
it again.
I am
You
not
know,
exaggerating.
I can't
No,
believe
it's true.
nobody said my number one.
What's your number one?
Number 5 for me is Hudson Hawk.
I remember.
It
oh,
is
geez.
so fucking stupid. I love it.
Wow, man, that
It's
Bruce
Bruce
Willis.
Willis.
It's not a
Yeah.
good one, but
No.
it's great if
Yeah,
you were
Pulp
there
Fiction
back in
kinda
Does
the
it
day.
make
saved
you
him.
feel comfortable and warm
It
inside?
does, but not like number 4.
Okay.
Hackers.
Ooh,
I
Hackers.
just
watching that
I
shit.
just watched
Okay.
that shit the other day.
All right.
I love that movie and it's fucking terrible. Oh my god.
I'm
They're
trying to
like-
remember who was in
they're-
that
they're
movie.
Oh,
like-
it was it was an
Angelina
ensemble
Jolie.
cast.
Yeah, it's Angelina
Yeah.
Jolie.
Yeah, that's That's right. Now I remember.
It's a bunch of them.
Peter
man.
North.
But they're straight up jerking off over like a 56K modem. I mean, come on.
It's so true though. You're
All
right.
right, so number 3 would
like
be
the size-
Blazing Saddles.
Oh,
Okay, yeah.
Give Dock that man a day's
Yes.
pay for napping on the
That's good.
job.
Where are
you
all
know?
the white women at?
Number 2 would be Half Baked.
Yes.
Half-Baked classic.
That was on my
Dude,
list.
that was on my bubble, dude.
It was on my short list.
You can't
Yeah.
go wrong with Half Baked.
Yeah, it's one
And
of
number
mine.
1, Friday.
Of course.
That was also
Right.
on my
Of
short
course.
list.
I have no problems
Awesome.
with that list.
Friday,
Yeah.
Friday is where my namesake comes from.
Hudson's
Big
Hawk, I'm
Perm.
like,
You know,
what
they
the
call me
fuck?
Big
Dude,
Perm.
Hudson Hawk is such a fucking obscure movie.
I've not even seen that one.
It's
Okay, here are my 5.
All right, let's hear it.
That's my top 5. Number 5, Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
There you
That
go.
was on my
Love
short
it,
list.
love
The
it.
entire film
I love it.
is just a day in the life.
Right?
It really
It
is.
starts in the morning. Ferris wakes up. Is fake sick. And then
You're Abe Groman?
and then, exactly. And then adventures just ensue until the end of the afternoon. So really, everything kind of takes place between 8 a.m. and like 5
It's
p.m.
kind of like Dazed and Confused.
Yeah,
in
it's
that
tremendous.
It's during the school day.
And you're engaged the entire way. Like,
Yeah.
what's the next thing they're going to do? Great hangout film.
Yeah.
Yes.
Friday is definitely
Dude, can't beat
in
it,
my
man.
top
Can't
5.
beat it.
I don't know
Can't
if
beat
there are many movies that are more quotable than Friday.
No, there's not.
I don't know how. Like, I don't know what movie has the record. I should probably Google that.
Better
What-
put some water on that shit.
As the record for the most memes. But Friday has a lot of memes.
Right.
High Fidelity.
I love that movie.
John Cusack.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
Jack Black's
Yes. On the record
first
store.
introduction
Yeah, right.
into film.
Yep.
Know what was cool about that?
What's
like,
that?
It was his struggle with love.
Yeah.
In that movie.
100%.
But it
And-
all takes place around music, which is cool.
Which
Right.
was so fucking cool. Like, that's why I love
The best music, the best soundtrack. The book, I don't know if you ever read the book, but there's actually more music in the book. Like
Yeah. No shit.
and literally they put in parentheses what's playing as
Yeah.
you're reading the book.
That's cool.
And yeah, it's like maybe
Smart.
double the songs in the book. But anyway, yeah, the film is so great
I just love that movie, man.
at articulating emotion.
And here's another thing. A record store is a dying breed.
Oh,
and
man.
we have one here in
We're
town.
lucky to
Yeah.
have one here within the groove.
Jamie
yeah.
Rector owns it.
Yeah, Into
Well-
the Groove is actually in the film The Soul Graffiti.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I saw that in the trailer. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah. God bless the
Nice.
record store.
Jamie's
God
been on the
bless
show
record
before.
stores. Every record store out there, we love it.
Yeah. The few that are left.
So that's my number 3, High Fidelity. I love the ending of that film too. Let's Get It On. Jack Black is singing it.
Okay.
Amazing. Number 2 is Almost Famous.
Oh, I love that.
That was on my
movie.
list.
It basically takes place over
How
about
did I
3
miss
months
that shit?
span, and it's just a rock band on a bus on an airplane. It's
great.
We're all gonna die. Everything.
Yeah, that was an amazing scene.
Jimmy
dude.
Fallon played
Yeah,
the manager.
that's
Do you remember
right.
that was
That's right.
Jimmy
Yeah,
Fallon?
Jimmy Fallon. You know, Jamie Fallon was also in Band of Brothers.
Really?
He was? I didn't know that.
He was like an office clerk kind of guy, and he like ran messages and shit. And when I
shit.
saw him in there, I was like, "Holy fuck, it's Jimmy Fallon!"
Yeah.
Had to have
Right.
been a pretty young Jimmy Fallon.
It was. I mean, everybody was young.
Yeah. He was still probably just out of SNL, but he had his night show.
He
His
might have
first
been
night
still
show.
on SNL at the time.
Yeah, I was
maybe,
going to say
yeah.
he may not have had the Tonight Show yet.
Right.
Yeah.
So my number 1 was going to be Dazed and Confused. I'm a big Rick Linklater fan, of course.
Drum roll, Dave.
But I've decided to cross that one off. This is my new number 1 favorite hangout movie.
Joy to the world.
Ivan Reitman's 1984 Ghostbusters.
Okay, bro. That was on my short list too.
That's a good one.
I think
right there.
Ghostbusters
Awesome,
for
Ted,
all
awesome.
the for all the beautiful things that movie does
Yeah.
and is. At the end of the day, it's really just 4 dudes that all get kicked out of their jobs on the college campus that
shit.
decide to start a business together,
Yeah.
Right.
catching ghosts, which is the comedy.
Love it.
But literally just takes them from the first day they open business to the day that they're on top of a building
Right.
against the
Saving
biggest
the
Fucking Stay
world.
Puft Marshmallow
Right.
Man.
and,
Get her,
and to
Ray.
me, it's like you don't even remember that they're fighting ghosts because you're just so engaged
They're fighting hell or something.
with
Oh,
Bill
dude.
Murray,
Another dimension. Or
Harold
some shit.
Ramis.
That was like the first movie I was obsessed with as
Yes,
a kid.
this
Right.
man
Oh
has
my
no
God, I
dick.
remember
yeah, and you
that,
can
yeah.
watch it today and still be just
Love
as
it.
obsessed.
I
Like,
love
Yeah,
it.
no
like you
shit.
love every frame of it. You love
Yep.
every single
I
line.
feel the same way about Gremlins too.
Yeah.
Because I was super obsessed with Gremlins.
Good.
I mean, one of my favorite exchanges in Ghostbusters is Bill Murray and Annie Potts, who by the way
Oh, yeah.
graduated from Stevens College in Columbia.
No shit.
Annie
nice.
Potts, who plays Janine.
That's awesome.
It's that little scene where Bill Murray comes into the Ghostbusters station and he's like, Janine, don't look at me like that. You're giving me the bug eyes.
Yeah.
Then he hops over the bench. Then he comes right back over and he goes, sorry about the bug eyes thing.
Yeah.
I don't know why I love that. I also love a little moment when they're in the library, and I believe it's
at the beginning of the film.
Yeah, at the very beginning of the movie, where Ray, played by Dan Aykroyd, says, "Wait, you smell that?" I can't. No, I think I got the line wrong. Did I get the line wrong? Yeah. Ivan Reitman, R.I.P. He just passed away, and I just completely like mangled.
Wow, if he hadn't have died,
Are you looking up
now.
the quote?
Oh,
Thank you, Dave.
Yeah, working on
Well, the whole thing
that'll
is,
make
man,
my heart
like,
full
and,
again.
and that's what
Jeez.
like Ghostbusters was like. Yes, they put a lot of like work into the special.
All that drama.
They put a lot of work into the special effects, but like there was a human side to Ghostbusters.
It was all street level.
The relationships of the characters.
Dude,
man.
look at that scene in the elevator when they get in and they flip on their proton
So
pack,
beautiful.
right? They don't say a word. They just hit it.
And they look at each other like, don't cross
Just,
streams.
like two of them just straight up get to the corner.
Right.
Oh, fuck.
Like, imagine if you turned something on for the very first time and it was a proton pack.
Yeah. You got
and
a
you heard
nuclear
this
reactor
buzzing noise
strapped
like,
to your
do
back.
I fucking shoot this thing off?
And it all felt like, realistic.
Right.
Like how, as an audience member, a kid or an adult, you were watching it like, is that how I would react if I had to be in this closed ballroom with a ghost swirling around the ceiling?
Absolutely,
dude.
Is that right? Listen. Do you smell something? Yeah. Listen. Do you smell something? Yeah.
Listen. Do you smell something?
Yeah.
The one I like is when they're walking up right before that and Ray's
Thank
like,
you, Dave.
That's okay. It took me a minute. But
look at this. This is asymmetrical book stacking. Right. This is similar to the asymmetrical book stacking of 1845. And Venkman straight up goes, yes, Ray, because no man would stack books like this.
Chef's kiss, man. Chef's kiss.
What I really thought was cool, and I still remember this as a kid being scared out of my ass when I was watching it in theater.
Oh, yeah.
In the summertime, it came out. It was big. Like McDonald's and like Burger King were doing like Happy Meals with
all
Ghostbusters
sorts of cross
over.
promotions, right?
All kinds of shit.
The real
Ghostbusters was bigger
Ghostbusters?
than shit. So like that opening scene, man, really kind of set the tone for the movie. And it was that library scene.
it was scary.
Yeah.
It was a scary
And then
scene.
that shit just jumped out, and you're like, "This movie's gonna be fun."
Right.
Yeah, man.
Right.
It grabs you by the
And
balls.
it's not gonna be like horror movie scary. It's just
Right.
gonna be like a very
Yeah.
fun,
Yeah.
like enjoyable movie with like paranormal shit.
Not gonna lie, man. When that thing, that ghost at the beginning jumped out and
Right.
I lost my shit.
Yeah,
my
me
mom had to
too.
take me home.
Me too.
Yeah.
Then we came back later.
That scene used to scare the shit out of me when I was a kid.
Scared my ass like you
Yeah, it was
wouldn't
legitimate.
believe.
Like
Yeah.
it felt real,
Right.
and it was like
We
yeah.
had that shit on Laserdisc, man.
That's
Remember
awesome.
those big fucking the Laserdisc were the big
Fuck,
ones,
Dave
right?
was all fancy back in the day. Laser
Laserdisc.
disc.
Isn't those were the like kind of big
Yeah,
square
it was like
things,
it was
right?
like a record.
Yeah.
Laserdisc was just.
I had that on Laserdisc. I had like Never Ending Story.
Of
That's
course
amazing.
you did.
Laserdisc was an unaffordable, like legend to
Yes.
to our household. We were like, oh, they also have this on Laserdisc.
Yeah, right. It just
And
sounds
Beta.
fancy.
I don't
And
know if
Beta.
anyone has a Laserdisc player.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, just think about this, man.
Shit, man, I've known
Ghostbusters.
2 people now.
Ghostbusters came out.
Congratulations.
Ghostbusters came out in 1984.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say 84.
That
right?
came out before Back to the Future.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Yeah, I think that
I was
style.
7 years old.
I
We
think
were
that style.
7 years old at the time.
Yeah, man.
That style,
True.
that style of comedy adventure, I think, really inspired a lot of, in one of those big uprisings of independent
Yeah.
thinking writers and independent thinking directors and filmmakers that saw value in telling a fantastical story that was based in reality.
Yeah.
Because we did have the never-ending story, and we did have Star Wars, and
Oh
we
my
did
God.
have Star Trek was about to make a resurgence with their films,
Right.
and so there was something kind of cool about just seeing 4 guys in New York wearing overalls and wearing proton packs, but they're chasing ghosts.
Thank God.
Like Indiana Jones had that
Right.
energy.
Right.
Thank God their horse didn't die. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Oh my God.
Well, it took them.
Fucking ripped my childhood out when Atreus' horse died
Oh
in
my
the
God.
in the
Oh
bog,
yeah, that's
man.
right. I
It
forgot
took them
about
5
Never-ending
years.
story.
It took them 5 years to bring back Ghostbusters for Ghostbusters 2.
You know,
Yeah.
Ghostbusters
Which was
2
a great sequel,
Came
I
out
thought.
in
wasn't bad.
1989.
Vigo.
Came out the
Yeah.
same year fucking Batman came out with Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
It's funny, I see
Loved
people
that.
like, so my wife wanted me to get a nice piece of artwork for the nursery. She didn't like the Vigo that I bought. You know?
Yeah.
I see those all the time on
Vigo,
Facebook,
man,
right?
that thing is so
Straight
creepy.
up, the Carpathian. Like,
So
But like,
creepy.
check,
Yeah.
like Rick Moranis, dude. He was, you know, like that exploded for him. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
That
came
was
after.
that was the thing, man. When I was in elementary school, I'm at that age where Home Alone and Honey, I Shrunk the Kids were like right in my kid wheelhouse.
Yeah.
And that thing was like an iconic film that now nobody talks about. Like no one talks about Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, but for about 18 months of my childhood,
that was
the
shit.
only movie.
And it looks so fucking good too.
It was great.
So Ghostbusters grossed in the box office $295 million.
Yeah.
man.
That's like $1 billion by today's terms.
You know, this
I
is
mean,
always,
seriously.
I've always found this interesting.
Right?
It's
Like
amazing.
adjusted for inflation?
It's not that long ago.
They made some money.
you want? I'll tell you about making some money.
Is that international? Is that international numbers?
Oh, I'm sure
too,
that's
or-
total.
Total box office
Okay.
for years. Check out
amazing.
Blair Witch Project.
The first
Blair Witch Project, and check out what the budget was to make it.
Oh, yeah, it was next to nothing.
And then look at the gross
Yeah, it was
that they
crazy.
made from the film. And that's kind of what every indie director is
That's the
hoping
dream.
for, is like, hey, can we make this thing
Yes.
with just our heart and our creativity
Yeah.
And a camcorder.
and a camcorder, right?
Yeah. Right.
And it connect with enough people that it becomes beyond any of us.
Yeah.
Right.
Blair Witch Project, I don't remember if you remember the hype before
Oh,
it
God,
came out.
I do, yeah.
But
Found footage.
And this was kind of, it was right at the dawn of the internet. So
Right.
internet wasn't how we were primarily spreading excitement about
Yeah,
things. It was
right.
just word on the street.
You know, you're
is-
right. That was the first internet like
Right.
movie I saw. You know, really pushed hard on the internet.
Right,
You know?
right.
Found footage. We're doing this. Kind of like one of the movies I saw that when I first met you.
Yeah.
We watched a movie of yours, and then I remember it was like in the movie you portrayed that one of your friends had passed on. I remember Matt actually reaching out to you like, dude, I'm so sorry that your friend passed away.
That movie was called The Dash. I
Yes,
can't believe you remember
The
that.
Dash. Thank you. I could not remember.
Going back to the Blair Witch Project.
Yeah.
It was basically a $35,000 fucking budget
Wow.
on it. It estimated $248 million. It was the most profitable movie of all time.
Ever.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's
That's
like
literally the
So,
movie you
what
were
you
talking
guys-
about.
what
It
you guys
goes
were just-
straight up.
Right. You guys were just talking about, like, I remember because the internet was so new at the time. They took advantage and manipulated the internet to make you think that it was a true story.
real
'cause
thing.
I still remember talking to all my friends and being like, "Is this real?
Is this real? Yeah, right. I remember when
And then you
people...
go to the movie just like thinking about like this could be real.
Yeah.
Sure.
You weren't like 100% sure.
That made it like
but
10
you
times
thought,
scarier.
okay, you know what? This is real shit.
Matt,
This is real.
it's the Blair Witch.
Hi, Blair
Get in the
Witch.
fucking corner, Matt.
This is like watching clowns play.
Get in the fucking corner, Matt.
I hate clowns.
It's like watching clowns play.
No, honestly, the Blair Witch, man, like when we watched it, I went there with an ex-girlfriend. It was a bunch of us going, and it fucking scared the shit out of me at the ending when you're standing in the corner and
Right.
there's like just no ending.
Wait, what's he doing?
I'd tell you about how crazy film was in the 90s. We were talking about 90s creativity. A lot of the stuff that I'm certainly inspired by, and I'm sure you guys are inspired by those artists too.
Absolutely.
But right around when Blair Witch was in theaters, Austin Powers was in theaters.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
And so it's just like a complete dichotomy of the style of movies, but it totally fits with what was going on in the 90s, which was here's Dr. Dre,
Yeah.
followed by Eddie Vedder and
Smoking
Pearl
weed every
Jam.
day.
Right.
Right. Yeah, and here's the real McCoy. You know, it was just a very... It was
Not at
all
the-
great, though, I guess.
not at
It
the
was a funny thing.
Roxbury's.
Yeah. Not right.
Remember that
Right.
movie with Will Ferrell and that other guy from SNL?
Chris Kattan.
Chris
Yeah.
Kattan.
That other guy.
Yeah, poor Chris Kattan,
Chris Kattan.
man.
Whatever happened to him?
He's
He wrote a memoir detailing all of his feuds.
There's
He had a lot.
He had a
He's
bunch of feuds. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
He packs bags at Schnucks now.
David Spade and
Probably.
Dana Carvey have a new podcast.
Do they?
And all they do on that podcast is talk to SNL
No shit.
vets,
Nice. Yeah.
and they just talk about Lorne Michaels and their experiences or whatever. But yeah, one of them was I can't remember. I want to say it was Chris Rock, but they were talking about Chris Kattan and
Who did he feud with?
I think
he had a feud with Will Ferrell
For
and,
sure.
Yeah, and Will Ferrell ended up ending their friendship while they were filming Night at the Roxbury. He had a feud with Mike Myers, but I think everybody had a feud with Mike Myers. He had a feud with Dana Carvey, and there was a big one he had with what's his name? He just passed away. Norm Macdonald.
Oh, Norm.
He had a big one with Norm. Like apparently Norm, Norm was notorious for not giving a fuck, right?
Yeah,
Oh, for sure.
And so during like table reads and stuff, when they would check things out, Norm would be like to the guest of the week, nah, you sure you don't want to do that with him? He's fucking terrible. You know, you maybe want to do it with somebody else, not him. See,
there'll never be another Norm,
Yeah.
man,
Norm was great.
because the networks won't let there be
No.
another Norm.
Right.
like Norm would be smoking like fuck that guy over
yeah.
there,
Yeah,
right?
man.
You know, he didn't
All
care.
timer,
Yeah.
all timer,
Yeah.
for sure.
Norm today would have to have a podcast.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Because
he
they're not going to put him on SNL.
Here they are together on SNL.
Donald unexpectedly passed away in 2021.
Never mind. That totally fucked me.
Voiceover.
So
Sorry.
what's the
No
theory?
worries.
What's the theory behind the feud? Like, was Chris Kattan just a douche, or
I think he was probably just.
A lot of it was kind of the environment of
Yeah.
SNL, which is very competitive.
Absolutely.
They got 90 minutes, network television.
Yeah.
Everybody's fighting.
Everybody's a writer.
Sure. Yeah.
Everybody
Right.
wants to be on camera, and no one likes to be told their stuff sucks. I mean, that's an artist, in general. Like,
Here's,
want
Right.
anyone say, yeah, it's all right, but not good enough.
Yeah.
And then there's politics that go along
Of
with
course,
it,
yeah.
like, well, this guy did this for me last episode, so this episode I'm going to write a little something, whatever. And so that can create some ugly tensions.
It's a cutthroat industry.
And I think Chris Kattan was pretty successful. And
he had some funny skits, man.
and, yeah, and the tone that I've heard is that he knew he was quite successful.
I see.
Yeah,
That's quite the
and
quite
kind
the
of politicked
tweet
a little bit.
Yeah.
you got pulled up there.
Oh,
From,
what is that?
From Chris Kattan.
This is his right after
This would have been after Norm passed.
Norm
right?
passed, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Norm Macdonald is one of the funniest guys I know, and our SNL feud in quotes, was only for comedic purposes and was never anything other than satiric. Okay, fair enough.
But those two did a whole skit where they were like it was like a Rod, like Norm was like a Rod Serling type character,
Yeah.
and Chris Kattan would have been like the 50s like slicker greaser dude.
Right,
you know?
right.
And you could just tell from those two dudes like acting in that skit, like they don't really like each other. You know?
Yeah. And can you
feel
imagine
the tension?
Can you imagine? It's a Simon and Garfunkel thing.
Right.
It's the Lennon McCartney thing, where it's like we're so successful, so who wants to be the one to break it up?
Who's going to be the asshole?
Yeah,
here?
who's going to be the one to
Right.
like lose both of our paychecks?
And I feel like their humor is like they're both like very the direct opposite of like what they're like a negative and a positive.
Right.
Oh,
right,
yeah.
right.
They're so like far apart from each other.
Right.
But like Norm Macdonald was his own dude. Like he just
There was nobody quite like him.
His comedy was like kind of like British humor mixed with like
It was so
a little
dry.
bit of that. Yeah, a little
so
bit
dry.
of that.
He
I
was-
love his movie Dirty Work,
God, he
where
was
they're
so funny though, man.
they find the dead hookers in the like the trunks of the cars during the car commercial.
Yeah.
Oh my God, so many dead hookers. You know,
Right.
he's totally Norm Macdonalding it up.
You know what's interesting is we kind of have been talking about some, I guess, lesser known art projects, comedic projects and things.
Right.
And what's kind of dope is that really the only difference between greatness that you see, that you live and get
Oh,
inspired by, you see on TV and movies, and what we see from our friends every day is that one of them gets seen and heard.
Absolutely.
And the other one doesn't get seen and heard.
Yep.
There's stars everywhere.
Right. And so, yeah, man, we're kind of in a time and place where
We are.
You can
let's
be
get
heard.
seen, let's get heard.
Whether you're a filmmaker or a musician
or a podcast, man.
podcaster.
And you have access
Love
to
the show.
so much stuff too
Yeah.
now. You can put out such high quality now.
If you work hard and you care enough about it,
That's all it is right there.
yeah, you'll
for sure.
you'll
Passion.
get there
If you have the passion.
You got to care a little bit.
a little bit.
Just a
We
little
care
bit.
a little bit.
Like our friends supporting us at Patreon.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
All Biscuit strength there.
Sir Biscuit.
Jeff City Paranormal
He's
Society.
going to bend your ear, by the way.
And JT from Auckland, New Zealand.
Yeah.
The creator and father of the Paranormal Sun.
Yeah, that's right. JT actually says, like, hey guys, what are you going to do a podcast? You should jump on Anchor.
Also,
nice.
we were
Thanks,
It's a great idea.
Yeah.
We were this past week befriended by another local podcast in our area.
That's
We're going
right,
to talk about
yeah.
that next.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. In the cooldown.
Can't wait.
Cooling it down.
Hey. Hi, it's me, the Omicron. I am dead now. I'm half dead. I'm still killing people, but no one hears me because it's so political. So don't worry about it. I'm still around. You may get me.
Omicron.
But I'm a smaller virus now. I'm kind of like, the H1N1 now.
You're just like the H1 part.
Yeah, I'm just like him now. I kill fewer
Swine
people.
flu.
Yeah.
So don't worry about it. I'm still there. But goodbye, everybody. Scott, fuck you.
In the Groove, Vinyl Records and More has the widest variety of new and used music, carrying new and reissued vinyl, used CDs and cassette tapes. In business for over 20 years, offering the best variety and service we possibly can. In the year 2000, we started out as a little hole in the wall, and now In the Groove is a full-service record shop with thousands of records to choose from. Buying rock, jazz, R&B, soul, and blues records, 33s, 45s, and 78s. We also buy CDs and cassette tapes. We've been buying and selling since 2000. In the Groove is a one-stop shop for records, stereo equipment, CDs, and other fun oddities. 708 Jefferson Street, Jefferson City, Missouri. Give us a thumbs up and follow us on Facebook. In the Groove, Vinyl Records and More.
It is time for cool down on Old 77.
Now you have to read all the words. It is time for the cool down on the 77. Old 77.
You want me to say the cool down, right?
Well, yes.
The 77.
Right. Well, the old 77.
I try it again. It is time for the cool down on the old 77.
Ha! We're back.
Welcome back to Cool Down on Old 77.
Thanks, Louie.
It's good to be home. I don't know why I said that.
You know what? It feels good to be back because we were talking off the mic, and we had a crazy 3 weeks where, like, there was 1 week where we had the blizzard and we couldn't make it in.
Snowmageddon.
You missed.
I had some personal issues. Dave had some personal issues.
Yeah.
It's been, like, really 3 weeks where we had, like, a really just a come-together show, and
yeah, man.
I was telling Scott yesterday, I'm like, man, we are going to be so fucking popping for this.
I
next
knew.
show coming up.
You know what?
And we're going to have Jet bringing all of his stuff in here, man.
Yeah.
It's
Today,
going to be great.
having the crew here today feels like Saved by the Bell. Remember when Kelly?
I am not fucking Screech, okay?
Kelly Kapowski.
Fuck that guy.
You're Slater all the way.
Kelly
bro.
Kapowski.
Yeah, man,
Kelly Kapowski
thanks.
was amazing, right, for like 3 or 4 years. But then she was gone for a while, and they brought Tori in
Right,
for a little bit,
Tori.
and it was like it was
Yeah.
still Saved by the Bell. But you were like, well, okay, I guess we got to get used to Tori now.
Yes, Tori's
and then
cool.
all of a sudden, Kelly came back for like the last 2 episodes, and it was like, oh, this feels right again.
She was a babe.
Yeah, but it was like so.
That was Tiffany Amber
It was
Thiessen, right?
magnetic. You could feel like the energy back
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
Zach
Right.
and Slater
Right.
and
Yeah.
Kelly all being together again. It was just,
Tori's jacket got ripped. I don't know. It was
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah, you're just feeling jacked about it.
What's her name? Got all hopped up on caffeine pills
caffeine
that one
pills.
episode.
Yeah. Jesse.
Jesse.
Yeah.
But
Jesse Spano.
shout out to Angel. Angel, thanks for always like coming in.
Coming
and,
in, man, and helping us
and,
out. We do
always-
appreciate that.
Yeah,
Thanks,
so
brother.
We appreciate
Did
that,
a great
buddy.
job last week, man.
Also, we were yesterday. We were. Oh wait, hold on a second.
Hold on.
Hey,
The
how you doing?
music's
I
back.
thought I thought that might have been gone by now.
What in the fuck?
So
Wow.
cooling it down.
Still pulling it down there. Another local podcast reached out to us.
Yeah, that's right. We were
the
going to talk
the
about
name
that.
of the podcast is called Guns and Radio.
And tell the listeners what they're all about.
Well, they
see them.
They
We can see
dissect
them right here.
hopefully it's the title, I suppose.
So we
Yeah,
they like to shoot
they
radios.
deconstruct and review every song by Guns N' Roses, Loaded, Velvet Revolver,
Velvet
Nice.
Revolver.
Nice.
Snake Pit,
Yeah.
the Juju Hounds,
Nice.
Elder's
Man.
Appetite, Rapid Fire, and a sob of albums of each original 5 band members
Thank
of
God.
Juju Hounds. Was that Duff McKagan? Duff
Yeah,
and the Juju Hounds?
that was
Yeah.
Duff.
Okay.
So
man.
we checked them out
That's
yesterday,
awesome.
and
Hell of a player, by the
Their
way.
podcast looks legit. It looks very clean
And they got
I was gonna
148
say,
episodes.
Throw a little something up there so we can see them.
and clean as that. Like they have They're
I
on
love
Spotify.
this,
They
man.
have video
I
on
love
Spotify.
this.
Yeah. And they're Jeff City local, so they're in town with us
Nice.
here in Jeff City, Missouri.
That's awesome because there are some fucking huge Guns N' Roses fans out there.
Shit,
So
yeah,
we're gonna
man.
talk.
And
to
I
them.
love me some Guns N' Roses.
I think
man.
we're going to talk to them. We're going to try to do something, as far as cross promote, maybe.
Yeah, coming up.
Because look, man, podcasting, the community, we all fucking support each other, right?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, man.
So that's
we
what it's
do.
all about, man. This is not radio. We've been in
See,
radio.
yeah.
We're all veterans of
We've
radio
all
here.
talked about
It
this
is
before.
fucking cutthroat. I'll fuck you in your ass when you're not looking.
Yeah.
Sorry for being so fucking.
It's like
profane.
selling cars.
But it really is, man.
I mean, honestly, you've made it to segment 3. If profanity is a problem for you, then you're not here. So,
congratulations,
right?
you get a star. for
Radio
that.
is.
Yeah.
Radio's like, oh, hey,
Yeah.
me, fuck you, me. It's just like that.
But yeah, we're
Podcasting
looking forward to
is
it.
not.
Shout out to Guns and Radio here in Jefferson.
Yeah, I'll
City.
have to check those
Yeah.
guys out, man, for sure. Love me some Guns. What's your all's favorite Guns N' Roses song?
Are you kidding me,
Yeah,
man?
what's your favorite Guns N' Roses song?
Jeez.
November Rain.
It's a good one. It's a great one.
I'm actually. This is just for GNR heads, but
Yeah.
I get in the ring, man. I mean, it's probably the worst. Get in the ring or Civil War. Like,
Yeah, okay, Civil War.
Like I grew up during Appetite and GNR Live,
Oh, yeah,
and
Appetite.
obviously like everyone else. But when the Use Your Illusions came out, like I was at the age where those were the definitive
They
Guns
were.
N' Roses
Yeah,
albums.
they were, yeah.
Like those were the ones. Whew, man.
Well, November
Yeah,
Rain was one of
Civil
those
War,
songs
definitely.
that we had at our dances, right?
That's
It's
what-
epic.
that's right.
Yeah.
It's epic as fuck with the
You
string
could feel-
section and
you
everything.
could feel up on your
I
girl.
was
for
gonna say you had 11 minutes
like
to get
11
some work done.
minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another one of
You do
their.
some
So
straight
can I tell you
floor
guys about my
grinding.
experience with November Rain? I was at an 8th grade dance, right?
Oh boy.
Oh, I was at Mary Jane's.
And I'm
Stinky
dancing with
Pants.
this girl. Her name was Mary.
I knew it.
And we
Last Dance with Mary
so
Jane.
I had a super crush on this girl. It was like November Rain came on. It was like one of the last songs of the night.
Wasn't this that
and I'm
girl?
dancing with her. I was in 8th grade, man, and she didn't even look at me when I danced with her.
Oh,
She was
Even
too good
better,
for me. She
right?
thought she was
Embarrassing.
She just thought she was too good for me, man.
What
I was
a
a
bitch.
skinny little motherfucker,
damn, that's a sad story.
not even
now.
handsome yet.
Well, let me just tell you, Matt. No matter how you felt in that moment,
Yeah.
nothing lasts forever.
Yeah.
And we
That's
both
when Matt
know how it can
Came in his
change.
pants.
And it's hard to hold a candle in a cold November rain.
Matt,
good,
it's the
dude.
ghost of the stain.
No, go away, Stain. The stain of Matt's khakis
Some time
from my senior year. Go
on
away.
your own.
Oh man.
Did you see him, man?
I'm gonna
I thought I saw
go.
him over there.
I'm gonna go with Estranged. Estranged.
Really?
Strange.
That's a good song.
What? Well,
it's,
I mean,
it's a long.
it's a long song.
It's
Dave.
epic. It's epic like November Rain. But what? What did I miss?
Out of all the Guns N' Roses songs, it just really is strange to me that you would pick Estranged.
It's strange. It's strange.
Strange.
Can't go wrong with my Michelle.
That was good, bro. That was good.
It's like track 9
No,
B-side.
Oh, shit, I'm pulling
I
the
have,
poster
I
down.
have an,
Sorry,
I,
man.
dude, I have a fucking story real quick.
Tell
So I left my bartending gig at this really nice place called McCormick and Schmick's, and I went to this place called Smith and Lewinsky's for like maybe 3 months.
It's cool.
Yeah, Lewinsky.
Hold
I
on
like
a second.
it.
Oh my god, where am I? I'm in the past. Talking about the past. Hold on a second here.
What?
You're in the basement of McCormick and Schmidt.
Yo, give me another beer, motherfucker.
Barkeep.
Matt, what are you
So anyway, there was this guy I was talking to. He was a little bit older than all of us, and he said that he knew this guy who used to work at Smith and Lewinsky. And he was no longer employed when I was there. So Guns N' Roses were in Philly doing a show. So he got off work and he was walking home or something, going to a bar or whatever. It was like 1 a.m. Their fucking limo pulls up and they invite him in to party with them. He partied all night with fucking Guns N' Roses.
Dope.
Nice.
He said he did so much blow that night. He was up for like 2 days.
Wow.
Sure.
Yeah, man. Like,
Crazy.
But like, I believe the guy. He was being sincere.
Wow.
Because
Well,
in Philly, that shit happens.
Right.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
Because they were downtown Rittenhouse Square, very uppity, very pricey.
Right.
And when you're rock stars, you're like, let's go somewhere where we would never fucking go.
Yeah.
And
Right.
you go to uppity fucking restaurants and bars and shit.
You guys have all been in radio, so at some point you meet a singer or you meet a comedian or someone that comes through town or whatever. Who is the coolest or most unique hangout that you've had with a celebrity? Even if they're a B celebrity or C celebrity, like they were the guy from The Thing or whatever.
The dude I enjoyed is I went down and I interviewed a kid in a band at the time they were kids. The Crazy Town. Do you remember them? That did
Come, my lady.
Their lead singer's name.
My baby.
Their lead singer's name was Shifty Switchblade.
That sounds about right.
And I hung out.
I've seen
for
the video.
an afternoon with Shifty Switchblade. So
He
he
does
was
look
cool.
good. Oh, was he cool?
Yeah, he was cool.
That's pretty cool.
We burnt a couple
cool in
of
what way?
fatties. He was cool with, hey man, you guys want to smoke? He'd be like, yeah, and he'd turn around and like, here's 12 fatties, let's burn.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
He always had
Serious.
ridiculous handfuls of marijuana.
Yeah, man.
And then like you'd be in the bathroom, right? And you're just, I'm in the bathroom all alone taking a piss, and here this finger would come in under your nose, like, check this out, man. Like, where the fuck did you come from? Go ahead and do a rail off this dick dinger. It was ridiculous.
Nice.
Did you ever have a cool celeb hang?
I do. I actually have a couple stories from Florida, man. So the first was with the Yin Yang twins.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Where do you see my dick? Where do you see my dick?
Yeah.
I'm gonna beat that pussy.
Oh, Dave making it so
Add some
awkward.
flames to that real quick.
Oh, here we go.
Where do you see my dick? Where do you see my dick? Where do you see my dick? I'm gonna beat that pussy up.
Wow, that's not bad, man.
That wasn't bad, right?
Yeah. We were basic.
Y'all didn't know I could
I had
whisper
my
like
finger
that.
snapping and shit every fourth quarter.
It literally sounds like the song.
We were one Anna Kendrick away from being
Kanye.
Pitch Perfect 4.
Yes, sure. Yeah. Fuck, we got to get Anna
We
in.
just got to get one Anna Kendrick, and we got
Dude,
it.
Kanye, we'd be proud of you, bro.
Oh, he loves me.
Anyway,
You need to stop
Yin
talking
Yang
when he's
twins,
talking, though.
Yeah, I know.
Destin, Florida. They had a show down at this place, and there was like,
Can you
dude,
cut that and send it to me? buddy?
little security. Our station had the rights
Absolutely.
to the concert, so we get them. We got to like hang out with them and stuff like. So afterwards, my buddy Chris Stryker and I got to get him on the podcast sometime. He was the program director of Fly 92.1.
Oh.
Fly 92.1.
Fly 92.1. This
That
is
sounds
90
like
Friends. What's
such-
going on? This is
Yep. That's what 92.1 on the dial sounds like.
That's it.
We were hanging backstage the whole time, so they come off. We had to rush them to the limo because security was like really bad in this place. And we get into the limo, and Back to the Future's playing. They had Back to the Future's playing in their limo.
Nice.
And so as soon as we get into the limo, they're like, "Come on, man!" I wasn't going to go in there, but like, "Come on!" And I was hopped in there. They start like rolling blunts. dude.
Yeah.
So we start firing up. We're sitting there for, I don't know. I got so fucking stoned that night. I thought I was in a limo for like 3 hours, dude. I was only in it for like fucking 45 minutes. It was one of they're like,
You entered a time
we were
warp, my
talking to them.
friend.
I introduced myself. They're like, "Matt, what's up?" Blah, blah, blah. We were like just hanging out. Like it was
That's
like
awesome.
they had no type of ego whatsoever to them.
That's awesome, man.
yeah.
So the second one was really fucking cool. So my friend Matt Stone, who lives now in Pennsylvania,
Has he been on the show?
Matt has not, and I'm going to ask him soon. But he was the program director. So him and I was helping him move down to Destin from southern Mississippi in Starkville. But here's the thing.
Where radio people go to
when he
die.
was doing radio in Starkville, he became really close friends with a couple of members from Leonard Skinner. It was Ricky Medlock and
Nice.
Ian Evans, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went up there, and he's like, "Look, man, Ian and Ricky are going to want to meet up, my buddies." And I'm like, he didn't even tell me they're from Skinner. And I was like, "Cool, man." Like, so we go to the steakhouse. Him and I are just eating. They come in. We didn't even know. They stop by the table, like, "Hey, Matt, what's going on?" They're legit friends with him. So he's like, "That's Ricky and Evan." He's like, "They're from Leonard Skinner. They're playing with Leonard Skinner. Currently playing with Leonard Skinner." I'm like, "Leonard Skinner? You mean?"
Right.
We go through all the songs. I'm like, "For real?" He's
Sure,
like,
we're not
"Yeah."
talking about a cover band.
No, this is real people.
No, I'm saying that would be my
oh,
response
yeah.
if somebody told me.
That's what I was like.
Skinner.
This is actual members, bro. And he's
That's
like,
nuts, dude.
He's like, I've been friends with them for the last 2 years.
That's cool, man.
That's pretty
so,
cool.
so we got invited to their house afterwards. We go over there. They're rolling these fucking joints. They're like that fucking long, dude. They're like,
oh my god,
6-inch
Sorry
fucking
about that, guy.
Damn, Dave.
joints. So, and we're watching Comedy Central. We're just watching like I think Chappelle Show or some shit was on, and we're just sitting there just burning and just having fun. And like I went to the bathroom and I saw in the one room. I think we were at Ian's house, and I look into the fucking into one of his rooms, and it's like guitars everywhere and just plaques. Like I know he wasn't like one of the founding members, but he was like kind of a guy they hired to play on. But
Yeah,
Ricky
he was a resurrected member.
But Ricky
right?
was
Yeah.
with the band forever.
Yeah.
And Ricky was cool as shit. He had this like black beard, and he was this very stoic looking character, black fucking cowboy hat on and shit.
That's cool.
And it was like, and I'm thinking to myself as I'm smoking this wonderful brand of marijuana, I'm like,
With Leonard Skinner.
How the fuck did I?
Skinner,
like,
man.
How did I
members-
get here?
Like members from Leonard Skinner.
Wow, you burnt
like,
with Skinner.
Like, how the fuck did I get here?
Yeah.
Like, this is fucking unreal.
At any
right?
point did you want to yell play some Skinner?
I've got a.
So that were my two stories.
Those are both great
Those
stories.
are great stories.
But thanks to radio, though, I would have never had that experience without it.
I've got 5 just fucking weird or infamous people that I've interviewed, either in a studio or me being in their trailer and interviewing them or whatever. One, I think you guys will probably all appreciate, Bill Burr.
Yeah, I love Bill Burr.
A very young Bill Burr.
You
Still
met
had
Bill Burr?
hair.
Back when he had hair.
Yeah,
No shit.
yeah. We
That's
used to have a
awesome.
comedy club in Columbia called
Get
Deja Vu
out.
Comedy
I love
Club.
Deja
That's
Vu.
awesome, dude.
And yeah, a lot of the Chappelle Show guys came through.
What?
Yeah.
That's cool as fuck.
Yeah, so Bill Burr, young Bill Burr, that was really rad, but that only became rad as time
he
went on.
blew up.
I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
damn, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
he was just the...
I know that guy.
He was just the snarky dude that was tired and pissed that our coffee wasn't very good.
Yeah.
like,
Right.
But
Sounds like Bill
hilarious.
Burr. Right. Yeah.
I was just thinking
but
that,
yeah, totally his brand now.
Well, that's on point.
So that's one. Another one was Jared from Subway.
Oh, he didn't try to touch it.
No,
did
this
he?
was before all that stuff came out. So that one became later on, like,
Oh, yeah.
hey, I met
Yeah.
Jared from Subway. Then all of a sudden it became,
Oh.
I wonder if I noticed anything about him in that,
Right.
15 minutes or whatever. No,
Right.
yeah, weird. One,
you
Did you
weren't
get a
his age
napkin
range.
sign, Love Jared?
no,
from
I
Subway?
didn't get anything. I got a picture of him though. I don't know.
Yeah, no, don't show that.
One was Craig Newmark.
We were in front
who
of a
nobody
school.
knows. Like, we all know Mark Zuckerberg, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Mark Zuckerberg is what?
Facebook.
Steve Jobs is what?
Apple.
Okay. Craig Newmark is Craigslist.
Oh,
But
no
nobody.
shit.
Yeah, I mean, of course, many people
That's
know,
cool as
but
hell.
Yeah.
to the general public. So
Yeah.
that was an hour-long interview I did actually for a Chamber of Commerce years and years ago. Dustin Diamond.
yeah, Screech.
Screech.
Oh, shit.
He was doing a stand-up comedy tour coming through town.
Had he
and
shot the porno yet?
no. He hadn't written the book yet. He hadn't done any of that.
Oh, I forgot
Rest in
about the
peace, by
porno.
the way.
Yeah.
He and his wife,
passed away, yeah.
or fiance at the time, fiance or wife, they were together. They started their own Halloween costume website. He was there to do stand-up comedy.
And promote
all
his
I'm
Halloween.
trying to ask him about is Saved by the Bell.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
all I want. That's all anybody in our
Ever
listeners.
wants to.
And he's trying to not even talk about his comedy show. He's trying to talk about R.I.P.
His wife's
R.I.P. But he was trying to talk about his Halloween costume website the
Oh, I
entire
bet.
time.
I bet.
And it's like, I want to say it was August.
And
it's
not
like,
to sound
what
mean,
are we
but no
doing?
one gives a fuck.
Right.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
one. Yeah, and
They want to know about you, bro. Like, we've grown up with watching you. And
yeah, we want to
You're that-
know
you're
the Screech,
Screech.
Lisa Turtle stuff. Like,
Yeah, and he probably resented the fuck out of that.
Right.
Oh,
I'm
I
sure
bet
he
at that
did. I'm
point.
sure he did.
I can,
Yeah.
I can.
So did you ever
That's like
get any
holy-
mud
that's
on
like-
your Lisa Turtle?
That's like Haley Joe Osment being like the guy who was in fucking
Sixth Sense?
Sixth Sense.
Sixth
It's like,
Sense, yeah.
You have all these like
Well, he was a
iconic
kid in
fucking
that.
one-liners.
Right.
I mean, like you see him in stuff now, obviously, but like I'm sure people still are.
He
just
has not
ignorant.
aged well. I'm just saying.
People just like,
He
but people are
hasn't.
still
He
like
grew
ignorant
up
about
into
like.
a fully grown man.
I think he's a
Ike's, you know?
producer now. I think
Is he?
that's what he does. He
Well, he
produces
was in a bunch of shit.
movies.
He was in the Kaminsky Files. with-
Yes.
Yeah.
He was like the fucking the one guy's son who was like a fucking money grubbing motherfucker. He was a mooch.
There was some short movie on IMDb, the channel.
But,
I think it was, and he had a little part in that. And oh my god, he was so unrecognizable.
Right. He's
he
he
was
has a
like bald and
goatee
fat
and
and goateed.
Wow.
And,
Yeah, he's not this cute little kid anymore who says,
No.
I see dead people.
Right.
I see dead people.
And he
motherfucker."
looks like a dude who's seen decades of dead people now.
Right.
Like, oh, Jesus
Right.
Christ.
Yeah.
You know?
No, you're probably right.
like, oh.
That's a good point.
You're right.
Fucking hell.
Hopefully he's not too close to being becoming one of those dead people.
Oh, that's funny shit.
I don't have any cool.
Dude, that movie fucked me up.
I have
though,
no
like,
cool celebrity stories.
At the end, he's like,
Yeah.
Then you like realize he's dead the whole time. You're like, holy shit, he was dead.
I mean,
the
come
whole
on,
time.
man. We should have saw that one.
It's
Donny
like,
Osmond.
It's like Fight Club, right?
No, not Donny Osmond.
right.
Donny.
But Donny
Wahlberg.
Donny Wahlberg. Donny Wall came in.
Donny Osmond's like, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead.
He'd have to bring Marie in, you know.
He's like, starts singing a fucking song.
By the way,
and
here's
shit.
my sister Marie. We're gonna make out.
Shut the fuck up, Donnie.
Are we a couple or aren't we? Da, 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 da.
Cooling it down with the old 77.
She still looks good for being like fucking 68 years old.
Dude, Jenny
Sally
Craig.
Field, she's the hottest old lady.
No, man, Vanna
Who's
White.
the hottest old lady? Come on.
Vanna
now.
Actually,
Actually,
I'd break Vanna White's hip. I'm
guess
just
how
saying.
old Vanna White is.
She's got to be in her 60s, late 60s,
Best
early
gum
70s.
job around.
No, man, she's taking care of herself. There's no gums there.
She's like
Hey, Scott, let me give you a
Okay, wait,
blowjob.
She's like, wait a minute, I only flip letters. I don't.
Are
Look,
you guys
she be like this to you?
Are you guys ranking by? Are you guys ranking by hotness, which is subjective, of course?
Of course.
Or are you talking about hottest and oldest?
I would say she has to
Because
be.
I mean, like,
It's like,
I would say she would almost
Right?
have to be the hottest, oldest, still working.
okay, that's a good
Actress.
Yeah, that's very specific.
Goldie Hawn.
You know, I don't find Goldie Hawn attractive.
I find her daughter very attractive.
Right? Yeah, but not Goldie Hawn. I can't stop staring at her mole.
Yeah,
right?
the
It's
mole
like,
throws
damn,
you
that
off.
thing is cancerous. and she's got. Have you ever? We're in Missouri. I'm from Illinois. You know, you guys have all went rafting or canoeing around here,
Absolutely.
right? You ever
Float
come
trip.
around a bend and you've seen that girl with like real low cut halter top, and you just look at her chest like, damn, girl. That's cancerous. You need to get that looked at. You need to stop being out in the sun.
so
right?
I have a.
That's what she looks like to me.
I have a stunning celebrity women over 60 list here.
Oh, let's see what
It's
we
from
got.
Ranker.com.
Ranker. It's a
Who-
good one.
Ranker.
And so the first one is Christy Brinkley.
Yeah, she still looks. Actually, she still's
Like,
pretty fine.
Dude, major plastic surgery going on.
Sure.
Married to Billy Joel for a moment.
For a moment.
For a hot sec.
She
for
was his-
Uptown Girl.
Uptown
certainly.
Girl, yeah.
Was she in that video?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
Damn. Jane Seymour, I would definitely bang.
See, I'm not a big
I
Jane
don't-
Seymour fan.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
Wedding Crasher, she's like, hey.
She's too British.
Is
for
she
me.
built for comfort or for speed?
She is
You
British, right?
fucking motorboat
You
son
old
of a bitch.
motorboating bastard, you.
But
You
that-
old sailor.
Honestly, look at
You
her,
know what
dude.
I
She's
remember her
fucking hot
from? Fucking Touched by an Angel. Right? Wasn't she in Touched by an Angel?
Yeah, I totally. Yeah.
Was that about R.
Or
Kelly?
no, Dr. Quinn. Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman.
No, it was
that
Dr.
was
Quinn.
Touch Me,
Yeah,
Angel.
because there was that run where on the weekends, like on
I
Sundays,
believe I can fly.
it was like Walker was on.
Dude, I used
Yeah.
to. Walker was the funniest shit.
And I want to
ever,
say like
man.
TNT.
Chuck Norris Walker?
It's either TNT or USA had Hercules and
Dude, he's like
Xena.
his
They
Oh
had
my
that
God,
going
back in the
on.
day, yeah.
And I think Highway to Heaven was still trying to
Yeah.
do it. Quantum Leap
Quantum
was still
Leap.
a thing.
Right, right.
Would you fuck
Absolutely,
Morgan
man.
Fairchild?
Morgan
Nope.
Fairchild, I would rock her fake nose right off.
Look at that shit. She'd fall apart when you fucked her.
She was actually
Her name would be Morgan Unfairchild by the time you're done
She
with
was
her,
actually
Scott.
trending on Twitter, I think, 2 or 3 days ago.
No kidding.
Yeah,
She looks
You know,
good
I
for
I
her.
can't remember what it was. I think it was just a photo. Someone
She's
got
an
it.
attractive woman for being her age.
She's a Texas woman, dude.
You know?
there you
You
go.
know? Just saying.
Keep going, Maddie. I want to
So
see
you would
it.
not reject that?
No, I would definitely.
You would
I would
not
not
reject
kick her
that.
out of bed for eating crackers.
You'd be like, you slept with Charlie Chaplin.
Do you know where that? Have you heard that Barbara Mandrell song called "Crackers"? That's literally the.
I would certainly
the chord.
fuck Raquel Welch.
You can eat
that who
crackers
that
in
is?
my bed
Fuck yeah.
anytime.
Yeah.
Scott.
Raquel Welch? I don't know, man. She's too fake
Jet,
for
how about
me.
you?
See,
Come
she
on,
looks
look at
like
that.
she's had a lot of plastic
Right.
surgery.
I don't know. I'm like.
Okay, so I'm talking about like after like 5 whiskeys and like 6 beers.
Oh, so like
which-
right now?
And she came She came up to you at a bar and says, "How you doing, handsome?" And you were ready. You had the fucking 2 a.m. goggles on already.
Honestly,
I'm
I'm the worst to date because I need a conversation.
Okay,
man.
I'm talking about a one-night stand, dude.
Okay, wait a minute.
Man, I need a conversation.
Listen,
Nobody has to know.
You had a good buzz.
It's not even about that.
No. Let's change the scenario.
You had a good buzz.
I need a conversation. I'm not saying we need to have a conversation. I'm saying I need one.
Listen to my scenario real quick. I'll be real short about it.
I don't sell out quite so quick.
You're like, look, you're probably like an hour and a half away from being blackout drunk.
Okay.
And she rolls up on you at the bar and she goes, "Hey, Jen, do you have a date tonight?" And it's one night only.
That's a heck of a thing.
It's one night only, dude.
Hey, Jen.
And you already have like the beer goggles going on. Like you have the alcoholic fucking goggles going on.
So, Chad, I've heard
and
that.
she's wearing like a low cut dress with them titties like pressed up.
Oh, look at this, Chad.
You're gonna turn down. You're gonna turn down this.
Wait, that's a really bad.
Her grill's too big for me, bro.
Yeah.
She's got a big forehead.
Dave, but you're fucking almost blackout drunk.
Please, let's let Jen.
I know I am. That has nothing to do with this conversation, Matt.
I like short conversations too.
Chet, you're on the spotlight now. Come on now. This depends on your movie.
Let's
bro.
see the next hot old chick.
She's going to be in your next movie, by the way.
The next hot old chick.
Yeah, the next hot old chick.
Let's see.
Who else do we got now?
Sophia Loren. She's a hot old chick.
Jacqueline Smith. Who the fuck's that?
No idea.
Ooh, I don't know about that. That's a hot negative.
Helen.
She's good looking. I don't know who the hell she is.
Somebody who is definitely Eastern European.
I think I've drank that brand of vodka though.
That's a bad picture. I can't really tell.
Yeah, that's
that far away. Jacqueline Bassett.
Yeah.
Who is that?
I don't know, but I wouldn't do that. No.
Matt,
cooling it down.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Just so everyone understands the irony of the guy that's on the internet looking at famous people,
right? Now, there you go,
deciding
Cheryl
for
Ladd.
them how the relationship's gonna go.
Cheryl Ladd is attractive.
Like, hey, I'm not interested. And she's like, okay, I'm a photo.
Right. She looks like the Joker in this.
Yes.
She has that Joker like thing going on.
She's crazy.
It's the level under the level.
She'll gas you in bed.
She definitely looks like Jack Nicholson Joker.
Hey, hold on. Let me put on some Prince.
She looks like
it's Jack Nicholson Joker all the way for sure.
She looks like she took some of the that like hairspray.
She looks like she's psychotic almost, borderline unhinged in that
like
photo.
her dimples look fake as hell, dog.
I think that's the plastic surgery, man.
Anna Archer. Who the fuck is that?
I don't know, but keep scrolling, bro.
Yeah, that's not her there.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, Helen Mirren.
Dude, Helen Mirren.
Dude, look at the titties on her still.
She was hot back in the day.
Scott,
right?
can you edit this for me, dog?
She was hot back in the day.
My wife's
though,
going to be
man.
like so mad at me.
Oh, man, she's old now. It's okay. You're
She
like, hey, man,
actually,
check out my grandma over
Look
here.
at the pearl necklace she's wearing.
She actually had a great joke.
Oh boy, that's a thick one.
Right?
Helen Mirren had a great joke a couple nights ago.
days.
Yeah.
She won an award, and she had it was the SAG Awards, and she made a great SAG joke.
She's
while
fantastic.
accepting
Honestly,
her
dude,
award.
I would let
It
her.
was terrific.
I would let her molest me.
Yeah.
She's she's
I mean,
awesome.
look at the titties.
And you
Boom.
leave with cake and crackers, you know?
She's like, here, honey, here's a sandwich.
Here, have some sandwiches. We've got this.
I give you some sardines.
Flower arrangement.
I used to give Charlie Chaplin sardines in a can. But you know what I mean?
Hey, Google Cindy Crawford, man. Cindy Crawford's still.
Cindy Crawford's still attractive.
Linda Carter.
She still looks pretty
Oh
good.
yeah,
You know,
Wonder Woman, man.
Wonder Woman, right there.
Dude,
yeah.
back in the day,
She
oh
was
my
hot.
goodness.
Yeah, she was ridiculously attractive.
Who was that chick from Dukes of Hazzards?
Catherine Bach.
Yes.
Oh, Catherine Bach.
I was about to say Jessica Simpson.
She literally. No.
Oh yeah,
Kim
Literally.
Basinger.
See,
she's also
I don't-
she's
I don't
also the
find-
same thing.
I don't find
You're
Kim
right.
Basinger. She's not aged gracefully.
I agree.
That's why Alec
And you can
Baldwin
tell,
divorced her, dog.
You know, and you can tell in that photo too that she smokes.
Oh yeah,
You know?
she's definitely a heavy smoker, and those lips are.
She was
fucking-
really good in 8 Mile.
Yeah.
Yeah, she sure was.
She was stellar in 8
Yeah.
Mile.
She
Do
sure
you think
was.
when like celebrity women have like their lips injected, like
Oh, yeah.
I have to have some DSLs
With fat pulled out of their ass.
Like I got some dick sucking lips now.
I
oh
hate
yeah,
that.
she got a fast internet connection.
I hate that. I hate the whole stick shoving your
Right.
Penis
lips.
in your
But
face.
Full,
Bernadette Peters is still attractive.
What was she from? What was she from?
Because
she's a stage actor, and then she got cast in films.
She
like
did
Broadway.
she did Designing Women too.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
right. That's right.
yeah.
That's.
I
I used to watch that all the time.
She's the reason I find redheads attractive.
She was in Superman.
Yes.
The Christopher Reeve. I want to say Superman and Superman 2, maybe.
Was it? I thought it was just one, but I may be wrong.
She was born in 48.
Yeah.
Wow. She's 2 years younger than my mom. She's in her
attractive,
70s.
She's an attractive woman.
Scott, serious question.
Yeah.
Does Cindy Crawford's mole distract you as well?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Dude, Jessica Lange.
It's a big one.
Right?
What do you think, boys?
And it's only gotten bigger. Cindy Crawford's mole.
Look at
I
that
just
thing.
I just want to take like a stick and poke it.
Does it have like hair coming out of
Mole,
it?
mole,
Are you sure it's getting bigger and you're not just like zooming the photo in, Marge? I know it can have the effect that it's getting.
Oh my God, it's getting so big. No, I've seen her and stuff lately. Like
That shit's got its own area code, man.
I think Enrique got rid of his.
He did. He did.
Is that true?
Yeah, shaved
now
that right off.
Now I can see your herpes. What the fuck?
Why
dude?
did Enrique do that?
I don't know.
So forever,
He's a pimp.
Got bad advice from
if you would
people
watch
that
him forever,
don't know
he
what
would
it's like
shoot-
to be Enrique Iglesias.
He would
yeah?
shoot videos like with his mole,
Yeah.
like like good sides and bad sides, and you could see it, and he just wanted rid of it.
Yeah, and if he feels better about it, then that's all.
Susan
that matters.
Sarandon.
I think
would
honestly
definitely
for
still
him
buy
it was a health issue.
Yeah. Oh,
I
okay.
think his mole was a little
Okay.
too dark, and they recommended getting rid of it.
Oh, wow.
I see. Okay.
My mom was a huge Julio Iglesias fan.
Dude,
Oh,
so
okay.
yeah.
So Scott and I did some research about this whole family thing. Julio and Enrique never performed together.
Yeah, they hated each other.
Yeah.
They don't like each
Yeah.
other.
So we saw a video of Julio and Julio Jr. performing,
Oh my
and
God.
Julio was basically the jizz that ran down his mom's leg.
Everything his dad gave just did not get to
You
this
are the
guy.
cream pie that never formed out.
You know,
it happens. It happens
Poor
that
guy.
way sometimes.
he's the fugly
Yeah,
Iglesias.
I feel bad for him because he's like a multi-millionaire.
But boy,
I
he
mean,
could-
people forget like
could
Archie
sing like
Manning
a-
had 3 sons.
Yeah, he could
Yeah.
sing like a golden god, but I mean,
Right.
he just didn't look the part.
Right.
Can you imagine being born into a family like that?
But you're the ugly
But
one.
Enrique's like,
But
the
you're
sexy-
the ugly
Yeah.
one, yeah.
Like, you're the ugly one.
I can imagine if you grow into that childhood, you find something that you're
Yeah.
good at eventually, very quickly, probably because
You got to compete.
you got to.
Yeah.
Not only is
Yeah.
Enrique like he has a great voice, he's a fucking handsome motherfucker.
For sure.
So what? Oh, you
He and
can't-
Anna Kournikova have been married.
No, they're not married. They're still they
Oh.
live together.
Yeah, they are not married.
Den-
I had such a huge.
Oh,
she,
my
was,
God.
she was my sports.
We
crush
spent
for a
like
long
an
time.
hour on Anna
Okay,
Kournikova.
so-
Oh, did you?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Okay, so you know.
Who did not have a crush on Anna Kournikova?
Right.
Yeah.
I don't see any hands.
But you know what? Enrique's like. I mean, I'm sure they're over the stage where he's
honeymoon
like,
Well,
Okay.
the escape video.
he
that
goes
they did
into
together.
that.
Oh
he's-
my god.
20 years later, he goes, "I'm fucking you tonight." And she's like, "No, you're not, bitch."
You think that's what's going on now? You
Yeah,
think she's
she knows
holding it
how to-
out?
She knows
Oh,
how to
maybe.
shut it down now.
Yeah.
Open up shop.
But he's Latin, right? So why would you
Oh.
shut that down? That's like stopping a locative going 40 miles
You know
an
why?
hour on
Because
a
he's
dime.
You know why, Mike? Mate, listen. There's that.
He just called you Mike.
The finger went up.
got
Was
the-
it Mike or mate? I
got
thought he
the-
said
This
mate.
is what
I got
happens
the
when you
finger-
put the bottle of Knob Creek in the
On the-
middle.
yeah, on the
like the
table.
2 whiskey drinkers.
just opened
are
that up.
Just gonna deteriorate.
Yeah, this thing was full
I know.
when the night.
I know what
Yeah,
it was.
We had a full
I was
bottle of-
admiring, and I was like, "Oh man,
I'll be fucking you tonight.
fresh
then.
bottle."
That's what that Knob Creek just said.
Scott
yeah.
has the best Enrique Iglesias fucking impersonation. Scott, go ahead. Buddy.
Oh,
Go
man.
ahead, brother. Let's
Wait.
get some reverb on that
What,
shit.
what are you wanting me to do?
Why don't we
Say-
do Hero?
So like you come like listen, the club's playing,
Yeah.
fucking you're down in Rio de Janeiro and Anna Kournikov's out there in the audience. Enrique is like about to hit the stage and Enrique comes out.
Here's how it goes. Look at this. Our love mattered.
Dude, I am getting
I would
moist.
literally at like
Is that not like an amazing
It's
person?
it's
a
just
huge turn
it's,
on.
it's crap for
Play,
right
I will
now.
be fucking you tonight. Do it.
'Cause tonight I'm fucking you.
There you go.
Oh. Oh. I'm his backup singer and shit.
So we were literally like, we had Enrique Fridays at work before.
Oh.
We would like crank up Escape. And
Yeah.
I would jump out and sing it, and Matt was like, dude.
Those are still bops, man. Those songs are still bops.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Stewart. You know, totally not.
But like,
Just nailing
honestly,
it.
feel like if you're in their like circle of friends, right? And there's like 20 of y'all. Enrique is definitely like the best looking dude in that circle, and he's like,
No doubt about it.
And
but you're like,
riches.
you go in there
Right,
and you're
right.
like, he's gonna fuck my wife tonight.
Oh, I would never let my wife hang
Oh
out
my
with
God,
with
his
a guy
mole
like
like,
is
that.
going
I
to
will fuck you tonight.
infiltrate my wife.
He will sing a verse from his latest hit and to be like, oh, my panties are wet.
Yeah. Oh, I like him.
He is. Oh, it's
He's cute.
No, yeah, I would just say
Look
that
at this. It looks like a doorknob.
I would just say you need to think about that before you bring your wife around Enrique Iglesias.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
I just think if Enrique starts talking, your wife's going to like self-impregnate.
Right, right. Yeah,
Oh.
and also if you feel like maybe that's a possibility, yeah, don't go to that party, man. Just don't go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
call it.
we're kind of on the rocks right now. We kind of,
I don't know, man. Me and the wife are pretty cool.
Yeah, I've been on the couch, off the couch.
I've
It's
got
been kind of shaky.
I hope he likes her because
Yeah.
I'm a package deal,
But
man. She gets me too,
Oh,
boy.
boy.
No, but
Me
like-
and Enrique, we're hanging out.
Enrique,
We're best
and,
friends.
And we're best friends.
Like Enrique has had like probably the biggest parties you can imagine.
Oh yeah.
Like the celebrities and the sports stars all like
Puffy though,
attending and shit.
Puff Daddy was
Yeah, he's
was
been known
rocking.
to throw some
He
bangers.
was he was prime Bad Boy Records at that point.
Yeah.
And yeah, he
What was that show he had on MTV where he would make motherfuckers like walk across the
Oh,
Brooklyn
oh my
Bridge
gosh,
with
yeah.
no shoes to buy him a piece of apple pie or some shit?
Chappelle
Oh.
did a whole parody on it, man.
Making the band.
Making the band.
making the band.
Yeah, the Chappelle
That's right.
skit.
Birthday. Ooh, sound nice.
Nah.
Cooling it down like baby powder on junk on a
Just
hot
came out of
summer
nowhere.
day.
I thought I
Ooh,
inadvertently hit a
sound
button there for a
nice.
second.
No, I have control too.
I have control too.
So I have this control.
By the way, this is the cool down. Anything goes.
yeah, the cooldown gets crazy.
I
man.
gotta tell you,
Yeah,
man.
every time.
Jet, going back to the movie, we covered it in the first
Oh,
segment.
yeah.
But listen,
Oh yeah, the
man,
movie.
So you're here for the movie, right?
Look,
yeah.
No, it's not really.
I'm super fucking proud of everything you guys have done. The production, just the time you put into it, man. The heart, the sweat, the tears, the
grit.
frustration sometimes, I'm sure.
Dude,
When you're at a scene for 12 hours on a Sunday.
dude, it's long.
it's
It's long
hard.
form.
That's
It's like
hard, dude.
It's like I think generally when you watch a film, you look at it. Any movie. We were talking about our favorite movies earlier.
Right.
You watch a movie and you feel like it's perfect, exactly as it is.
Even if it's terrible.
It's whatever it is, you feel like it's perfect that way most of the time, and
Right.
you can't imagine, like them not making a conscious decision with every frame of it. Like director said, move your hand like this while you say it. That's why that line is so great. But then what you realize whenever you start making them is that, oh man, it's like every day it's just a series of accidents, and then you just have to, capture it all on camera. Basically, it's weird, man. It's like putting together like this massive puzzle that you don't know.
And you
don't have a box to look at.
When you get started, I'm sure that the vision that
in your head,
originally
right?
arose in your head was probably a lot different than what it ended up being at the end.
Yeah, I mean, the script gets rewritten every day. When you're on set shooting, you're rewriting
absolutely
as you're going.
Right.
And then when you get into the editing room, you're looking at everything you've got, seeing what fits, what doesn't need to be there, what needs to be there.
Yeah.
And then you're just rewriting it. So it's like every day you're rewriting the thing, and then one day you have to put a date on it, and then just put it out.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, you got to
take
make
your
that,
hands
you
off
got-
of it.
You
Yeah,
got to
and then
make
you
that
can't
end
touch
date,
it. Yeah.
right? Yeah.
The soul graffiti, baby. Let's get a cheers for that one, boys.
There you go.
Cheers,
on that.
boys.
Proud
Best
of 'em.
franchises out of whiskey.
Cheers.
Right.
Back in Philly, Shannon Flanagan.
Oh,
and
yeah.
hi, we ran out of whiskey and we had to get more from the liquor store.
Oi, Matt. It's the ghost of Shannon Flanagan.
Oh no, her just stains on my pants.
Number one hangout movie, that we didn't mention, The Breakfast Club.
Oh, dude, that's a good one.
I figured.
What?
They just spend all day in detention. That's the
Right.
whole movie.
Yeah.
And they hang out.
That's it.
I can't believe we didn't do that one.
Episode 94 in the books.
In the
Yo.
books.
Right,
In the
90
books.
Yeah, 94.
Let
Right?
me ham slam this real quick.
Big thanks to our Patreon patrons.
That's
The
right.
Jeff City Paranormal Society. Our
homie
boy,
Taylor.
Biscuit Strang.
Yeah.
And also, you know
JT,
what?
JT. And the Paranormal Sun.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Check out, you know what? Look out for Guns and Radio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Jeff City.
Also, on Facebook, check out Worthy Pictures, at Worthy Pictures.
That's right.
That's right. The big movie coming out
You
soon.
can see the preview of the movie coming out.
Yes.
Jeff, what day is the debut?
Comes out April 15th. Tickets go on sale March 15th. CapitalCityCinema.org.
Yeah.
Nice.
Find them on Facebook.
Bitches.
See you guys next episode.
Holla back at your homies.